the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
You stand a lot when we do this show because I want to talk about sitting. Because we've learned over like the last bunch of years that sitting is the new cancer. Like I've seen that said and written so many times, so often. And the new numbers are that the average adult spends 6 hours, 24 minutes a day sitting.
Wow.
6 hours, 24. Yeah, 6 hours, 24 minutes a day sitting.
Doesn't that seem low, though?
No way. I don't know, man. That seems kind of high.
If you add in time in front of the television, time at your desk,
transit,
time on transit.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Sure.
So teenagers spend more than adults. Teenagers are sitting for 8 hours and 12 minutes a day.
Lazy.
Okay. 65% of adults and 59% of teens spend at least 2 hours a day watching TV or online videos while sitting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because you stand when we do this show.
Yeah.
I sit when we do this show.
Sometimes I sit. I like to vary it up. Majority of the time I stand.
And in offices,
yeah,
they started selling, I don't know if we have them around here in this place, but the standing desks.
Yeah, they have them all over the place.
They have them all over.
Yeah, everywhere. You never walk around.
I don't walk around the office, man.
We've had them for like years.
Listen, I don't walk around the office. I do the show and I leave. Okay?
Like everywhere in this building has stand-up desks.
But let me tell you
They
something.
even sent out a tutorial video.
And let me tell you something. They're bogus.
What do you mean?
They're bogus.
I like them.
They do nothing. They do nothing.
Just variation.
No, they do nothing. It helps you none. There's no actual science that says, so if it comes to like your actual health, right?
Yeah.
Like walking back and forth, sort of whatever. Over the average day, for those people who stand at those desks, well, you look dumb. Those
what are you
people
talking about?
You look dumb.
Oh God! Here.
And no, do you know the only people who look more dumb than a standing desk are the people who have the modifier on their desk, where all their stuff then goes onto like a TV tray that raises up 1.5 feet. They're the dumbest.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, so they say
at Roz Weston, by the way,
the difference that you get burning calories, let's just say, from sitting all day to standing all day at your desk is the equivalent of a 1 carrot. Okay. That's
one delicious carrot.
One delicious carrot.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you stand all day, you get to enjoy one more carrot than I do. But where the sitting thing happened is that it's not people who are sitting at work. It's when they took sitting and they started doing all this research on sitting, they did everybody. So people who tend to sit more were the people who were like out of jobs, had terrible habits, had all this stuff. Normal people who go to work every day, the sitting is not the cancer that you think it is. Right? Sitting is not as bad as what you think it is. Now,
are you just saying this to justify the fact that you sit a lot?
100%, but now there's science to back it all up. Listen, let me read you. No. Let me read you this, okay? So this is from Dr. Ruppel, professor of medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, who's written extensively on this issue. Quote, well-meaning safety professionals and some office furniture manufacturers are putting sit-stand workstations as a way of improving cardiovascular health. There is no scientific evidence to support this recommendation. None.
If we weren't meant to sit, we wouldn't have bums.
No, it's people who are goofing on you. These desks, all the people, they install them. You're like, oh my God, these guys look so dumb. All just standing here.
Dude, don't be saying that too loud. You know how much money we spend?
Yeah, exactly.
All these desks in here?
And you know who's laughing?
Who?
The guys who built the desks.
God, dude.
And also bums, Maury. If we didn't have bums, we wouldn't sit.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yeah, Maury's super tired today.
Yeah. Hey, Maury, come on in here.
Was it last night Cher was in town? Yeah. It was, right?
Yeah.
How much did you...
Still trending, too.
How much did you spend on tickets?
300.
Each?
No, together.
Oh, my God.
We were way up at the top.
So it was $300 for 2 tickets to go and see Cher way up at the top?
Yeah.
Wow. And what was the crowd like?
Oh, it was fantastic. People dressed up like Cher.
Yeah.
You know, boas or some sort of weird
What did you and
knight's
Matthew
crown. We did not dress up because we were way up at the top. No one's going to see you. It's a waste of a costume.
What did Matthew tell you to wear to the show?
Oh, button-up, nice shirt.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but you're way up at the top. Nobody's going to see you.
It's the best gay party I've ever been to.
Was it?
Oh, my gosh.
How long was the concert?
I saw
'Cause
so
you
many
got hits.
shirtless shirts. See-through shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long was the show?
She went on at 9. Chic opened up. She went on at 9 and went till 10:40.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn, that's a long show.
No wonder you're tired today, rubbing
How
your eyes with
many
no glasses on.
outfit changes did she go through?
Oh, tons. Like at least.
Was it like in between every song or every couple songs?
Every couple songs, yeah.
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 Same costume. She's like Bob Mackie does all her costumes. She's had them
Still.
forever. Yeah.
Jeez. That's crazy. So this is what are we going to listen to? This is you and Matthew
Singing along.
singing along to Cher last night.
Was she worth it? Was she worth it? 'Cause I'm strong enough. Everything you hear loud is strong enough. Rhythm to the brain. Do you know this one?
Yes. Britney Spears did this too.
La-da-da-da-da.
But Cher does it better. Those bell bottoms, honey. Come through with the bell bottoms.
Until we're gone. This one's for you, Matthew. I don't know if I got true and you got me, and baby, I've got you. Babe, I've got you, Matthew. Do you believe in life after love, after love?
That's the one I was waiting for.
Love after love, I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think you're strong enough.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello. It's Roz Mocha.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. Is it Louis or Louis?
It's Luis, yeah.
Louise. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it.
So, Luis, you wrote us this. FML, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. What do you guys think a successful marriage needs for it to work? I've been married for 1.5 years, and it's been bumpy because we're living in my mom's basement right now while we save some money. What can we do to have a smoother time together under these conditions? That's the $1 million question, huh?
Now, what do you mean that it's been bumpy? Like, give us an example of what's been happening between you and your wife.
Okay, so basically, you know that living with my mom, there's going to be times where maybe my wife and my mom don't get along, or things are said that maybe are taken the wrong way, and basically stuff like that, right?
Was the idea of living with your mom a decision that you guys made together, or was it a decision that you made?
It was our decision, and at the time, it was. It seemed like the best, actually, because my wife came to live with me, and we got married here in Canada.
Yeah.
She's from Ecuador, as am I, and at the time, well, I was just working. I didn't make a lot of money, and my mom said, "Why don't I buy a new house with like a separate basement apartment, and you guys can live there while you guys save up, right?" So it was my mom's idea, but my wife and I were both okay with it, right?
So what is it that there are problems with between your marriage and living with your mom? Is it boundaries? Like, do you not have like a separate, like you have a separate place to live, but is it not separate enough from your mom?
Well, there were problems with boundaries at first. That was the time when it was really bumpy, but it's gotten a lot better now. We've gotten more distance between us. Yeah, that was basically it. I guess boundaries at first were the issue.
I would say this, man, like I think that you guys need to recognize how fortunate you are, not how unlucky you are. You're fortunate in the sense that you have somebody who loves you and you love them, so you know you got that taken care of, and you also have the ability to have lives and presumably go to work and be productive, but also be in a situation in a house where you can save money. and you can build for the future. Like it's not like you guys are sitting here, on your own, having to pay for some atrocious apartment, $2,500 a month, and you can't save $1. Like, I think that you guys need to look at this maybe a different way, and that you're actually quite fortunate. Sure, your mom might be a pain in the ass, but guess what? Everybody's mother-in-law at times is a pain in the ass. Okay, that's just life.
Not mine. My mother-in-law is the best,
and not mine either. She's amazing, but yours sounds like a real pill. But I'm just,
man.
Okay, yeah, no problem. But I'm saying, I think maybe you need to look at this differently. And the other thing is, when you are in these situations, because I know you guys you have this thing where you're looking towards the time when you're both free. And when I mean free, you're just free of the journey, right? You're free of building towards a future. You want to be living in that future, okay? And it takes time. And I know you guys both have this vision, but for something like this, if you guys are in this situation, if you ask me what the key is in order to survive this situation that you guys are in and come out of it still loving each other, is you need to consistently check in with each other to make sure that you're on the same page. Because what winds up happening is affairs aren't the number one killer of a relationship. Resentment is the number one killer of a relationship. And that happens when one person in a relationship agreed to something they didn't actually agree with. Okay? And that happens when your wife starts saying, why did I agree to this? But she never says that out loud to you. When resentment kicks in, relationships die.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you guys are consistently on the same page with the path that you guys are on. And if you're not, you need to put your relationship as the priority. And if it means moving out and spending $2,500 a month to get away from your nightmare of a mother, then that's what you guys have to do. Not that your mother's a nightmare.
She sounds like a lovely lady.
Right.
Thank you.
You know what, man? Honestly, maybe that's the conversation you guys have to have with each other tonight, is that we, as a couple, agreed to this, and we, as a couple, have to stick this out until we can afford to get our own place.
That's true.
Just get to it before resentment kicks in, man. I'm telling you right now, that's the killer.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Louise. Louise. Thank you, brother.
All right. Say hi to your mother for me.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
Game of Thrones was on Sunday night.
Yeah, episode 2. And now they get longer. I think next week's episode is... Yeah.
And there's no commercials.
No, next week's episode is I think 80 minutes.
Because people were upset when everybody thought that the episodes were going to be like hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then it was revealed that episodes 1 and 2 for this latest season were going to be like 60 minutes, maybe under 60 minutes.
But they're not doing anything.
But the remaining 4 now.
Yeah, you have 80, 79, 79, and 79 is I think what you have.
That's a commitment.
I can't commit to that.
So, well,
you
too
have
bad,
to.
Maury.
You have to, dude.
So, damn it, Maury has never watched Game of Thrones other than episode 1 last week.
Yes.
And I'd said, I'm a massive fan of Game of Thrones, but if you ask me what happens in Game of Thrones, I have no idea. I love the show, but I don't understand. I don't remember the people's names. I don't remember the locations. I don't know who's who. I don't know who the family members are, but I love the show.
Yeah.
And I'd said that if you took somebody and sat them in front of Game of Thrones and asked them to do a recap, it would make as much sense as, I would say, a majority of people who have watched from the beginning. Because I don't think I'm alone in not understanding Game of Thrones.
So last week, Dammit Maury gave a recap of the first episode of the latest season.
Right.
And with him not watching a single episode but giving that recap, did it make sense to you, somebody who's watched right from the very beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he did mix up Baratheon with Hungarian, but that's okay.
Okay. I think a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah. So, Maury, how are you enjoying Game of Thrones so far? Maury,
it's the worst thing I've ever watched on television.
Really?
It is medieval Big Brother. It makes no sense.
Okay.
People just sort of talking about nonsense.
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
No problem. See, I agree with him though.
Okay.
I agree with him though. I just happen to love it.
Okay.
Okay. So, Maury, with your recap of Sunday's episode 2, final season of Big Brother, please. Here you go.
We're back in a room with a big fireplace, and the blonde queen is talking to a guy with a small beard and a metal fake hand who promised to fight for the living. Everyone else in the room is saying, we can't trust this guy to defend them against something because he took an oath for his mother.
Pause.
Yeah.
Is it Game of Thrones or are you talking about Infinity War? It sounds like Thanos
Game of
with the
Thrones.
Infinity Gauntlet.
No, Jamie Lannister.
Oh, okay.
All right, the same man is now outside with a boy in a wheelchair standing under a very white tree talking about if there is an afterlife.
Yeah.
Suddenly we see the same guy again in the market with Peter Dinklage talking about pregnancy while buying chickens. People are spitting on them from the stairs above. They want to die in bed, but realize they will probably die at the winter's fair. Someone visits the Queen in the fireplace room asking for forgiveness for being called Hand. The queen goes into another room and sits with a red-headed lady she called Lady Who Answers. They talk about what they have in common. They giggle and hold hands and agree to kill someone named Cersei. A poor little boy lines up for soup. As the loud, splashy soup is poured into his bowl, he says he wants to fight too. A loud horn is heard in the distance, and suddenly Jon Snow runs into the village and hugs other guys, while they call him Little Crow. They talk about having to fight the Night King because it's nighttime.
Wait, you said Little Crow?
Yeah.
Isn't that a rapper from, like, Atlanta?
Could be.
This is where he got his name from. They talk about having to fight the Night King because it's nighttime. They have only until the sun comes up before the Night King's shift is over. The boy in the wheelchair suddenly shows up again saying the Night King wants an endless night. A bunch of men are sitting in a circle in front of a fireplace on Eats Watch. A big guy with a massive red beard talks about how he got so strong by drinking giant's milk and then drinks some out of a horn. Most of it spills down his clothes. Then one of the men asks if anyone knows how to sing. He helps to pass the time. And one of the men starts singing, "High in the holes of the king who are gone, Jenny who dances with the goals, she couldn't remember their names." The queen enters the fireplace room, and there is Jon Snow sitting. He tells her his real name is Aegon Hungarian, and the queen gasps in shock. She says it makes him the last male heir of House of Hungarian. The end.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's exactly how it went down.
Oh, okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, get this. Air Transat is giving Canadians easy access to Croatia with 3 direct flights a week. 3.
Wow.
They had to do this because it's one of these places where people need to go, want to go all the time.
Yeah, Zagreb. That's how you say that, right? The capital?
Yeah.
See, I've never been to Croatia, but I know people that over the last couple of years that they've all added it to their European and Eastern European trips that they've done. And every single person who comes back when they've done one of these multi-city, multi-country tours, everybody just raves about Croatia. That is this place they never thought about going, and once they're there, they can't even imagine never going back.
The one thing I did not know about Croatia, but after scanning pics on Instagram, is that they have like beautiful beaches.
Yeah, that's
I
the thing.
had no idea
Yes.
Croatia had these stunning looking beaches, like beautiful water, nice weather, nice and hot. I had like, no idea.
No,
Transat, they have 5 packages to Croatia in addition to a la carte hotels and excursions, easy to plan trips that really let travelers, you, the traveler, discover your destination. Go to airtransat.com to book your Croatia trip today.
Right now, we're going to take a phone call.
Kim, welcome to the Roz Mocha Show.
Thank you.
Kim sent us a text just now, Roz. Brand new to the Roz Mocha Show.
Oh, wow.
So, Kim, who did you listen to before? Why did you leave them? And who told you about Roz Mocha?
So I listened to Virgin Radio 99.9.
Never heard of them.
But after a little while, it got tiresome. So I was clicking around all the stations. And my son, who's 28, doesn't think that his mother should like the same music as he does, but does. So he recommended you guys, and I started listening to you guys in January of this year.
Wow. You know, we've been on the radio almost 10 years now.
I know, and at first I thought you guys were a little bit silly with your clothespin games and stuff, but you know what? As I started listening, you cracked me up on my way to work.
Oh, you mean the game Pinched?
Yes. Your show's great for all ages. I hope I'm not your oldest listener.
How old are you?
I'm 58.
You are not even. You are not even close to being our oldest listener.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
But we love that you texted in this morning, so thank you for that. And we love that that you're brand new to the show. There's so much to talk about, so much to get caught up on. You can get our podcast right now. We got an archive of shows, 74 episodes right now, so you can kind of get caught up on who we are and what's been going on in our lives through there.
I will say this about the games that you brought up earlier, like Pinched and Mouse Charades and 5 and 7 and everything else. I know when the first time you hear them, they sound ridiculous, okay? But I will say this, we have started to get over the last, I don't even know, year or so, people playing them at home.
Yeah.
I got a message yesterday where it was a woman and her face was just covered in clothes pegs because they had been playing Pinched at the house over Easter weekend.
Like all weekend?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so like people, it's wonderful. So anytime somebody does do one of the games that we do on the show at home and then they take a video and they send it to us, I love it. Like I love it, man.
But even though you guys are on the radio, I can just imagine how Maury's trying to answer the questions with a clothespin on his tongue or in his nose. Like it just cracks me up.
Oh, you're the best.
Thank you so much for making the switch to Kiss 92.5. Welcome to the Roz Mocha Show. Feel free to text us or call us anytime you want, okay, Kim?
Thanks, guys. You have a great day.
Oh, wait, Kim. You've been listening since January.
I know you're going to ask me. Can I say I'm too new to the show to have an opinion?
No, you've been listening since January. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Okay. I'm going to have to say Mocha.
Oh, wow. You have to, huh?
Sorry, Roz.
Thanks.
And I thought about this answer and how to do it diplomatically. I just don't think there's a way.
No, you just got to... No, you're right. You just say it.
Just stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Love you, Kim. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
So I listened to Virgin Radio 99.9.
Never heard of them.
But after a little while, it got tiresome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You ever stolen somebody's food at work?
Have I ever stolen
somebody's food at work?
Never.
Like gone into the fridge?
No, never. I've had that done to me before, though.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, Maury's totally done it.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I don't eat at work, so I've never taken anybody's food.
I feel if there's no name on it, it's free game.
That's not how the rules work, though.
Yeah, not at all.
No, like
it's rude.
You know your lunch bag.
There was a guy who used to steal... sounds so childish. Who used to steal my milk.
Your milk? What kind of person steals? First of all, don't. I say.
Why are you bringing your milk to work and leaving it? Don't you just drink it right away?
So this is when I was working.
Can I just ask why you drinking milk?
No, listen to this.
It's weird for a grown man to drink milk.
Okay, can you guys just listen to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So
was it chocolate?
No, it was regular milk.
It's weird. Grown man drinking milk.
So I was working here at Kiss 92.5.
Yeah.
But I was doing the overnight. I was doing midnight to 5:30, right? And during that time, because I was sleeping so my day was complete opposite, right? So sleeping during the day, up at night. So when I would get to work, I would make a coffee at work and use the milk that I brought in for the week to pour in my coffee.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
So, and I would have like maybe 2 or 3 coffees a night between that midnight to 5:30.
Yeah.
So I would always use the milk that I brought in.
Sure.
Just for my coffee. I wasn't like getting a glass of milk and drinking it while on the radio.
They didn't provide milk like creamers here?
No, they didn't.
No.
That's why I brought my own.
Yeah.
They didn't provide anything.
What company doesn't provide creamers?
Yeah,
I guess a lot, man.
What have you stolen, Maury?
I've stolen sandwiches.
Aside from Mocha's milk. Obviously, it was you. There's no question.
Probably was.
No, you know what? It was somebody, and he told me he was taking my milk.
Oh, what a rat.
Somebody, but he was like higher up. I'm still working my way up at the radio station. It was somebody else who already worked and like established like years and years. And he was like...
And where is he now?
And he was like, Mocha, I'm using your milk, bro. And I was like...
That's not cool, man. Get your own milk.
I couldn't tell him that.
No. So you've taken somebody's
sandwiches.
full-on lunch.
I've taken sandwiches. Yeah, sandwiches, desserts, like, those little, what do you call them? Little
desserts?
Wagon wheels. Those things. Somebody once had like a bowl of pasta.
And you know when somebody...
You stealing somebody's Michelinas?
You know...
Not cool, bro.
You know when somebody brings a wagon wheel to work too, right? Like that's their reward.
Yeah,
like that's like it's special.
Or,
You know what I mean?
or that's them sneaking it.
Yeah.
Right? They can't eat it at home, but they eat it at work.
Like when you bring a wagon wheel to work, there's a reason you're bringing a wagon wheel to work, which is like you set that up. That is like a part of your day.
Oh, that's goals right there.
Where you're rewarding you like for a job well done, sir. Right.
It's so true.
Let me run through the list of the things that are most often stolen from the work sort of kitchen by coworkers. Nuts, bagged lunch meat. Ice cream.
Oh yeah,
man! That's like a wagon wheel, man.
Yeah.
Somebody brings ice cream to work. Oh, that's their cheat day. You just ruined.
Totally.
Bread, milk. There you go. Juice. Their coffee, candy, fruit, and number one is the person who brings in chips. Rarely gets to eat them because somebody else is going to walk away with your chips. Yeah. Other things that people have stolen from work, from a coworker. Box of tampons is on the list.
Oh, wow.
Man, come on. Don't do that to a coworker.
Yeah, no.
That's not cool.
Like, that's serious business.
Yeah, like I think on the list it would go wagon wheel, then tampons, right? Like, you can't steal either of those things.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Avengers Endgame drops on Thursday, and man, all sorts of records are going to be broken. We know that.
So there's a guy in Wisconsin who has just crushed a world record for sitting down and watching a movie over and over and over again in the theater. And it's Captain Marvel, and I think he's done it like the old record was 104.
Oh my God. There was an old record for Captain Marvel?
For just any movie sitting down and watching. Yeah, for sitting down and watching a movie in the theater for the most times. And the old record was 104.
Steve Ruppel just crushed that with 116 times.
My God.
And he's on the Roz Mocha Show. What's going on, man?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Okay, so 116 times. When did you start? How many times a day were you seeing this movie? When did you take breaks? Do you work? Do you have a wife? What is your life like?
Also, why?
Why?
I started, I think it was like a 10:50 p.m. showing on March 7th.
Yeah.
I have kind of a life. I'm a chiropractor. I have a pretty busy sports practice in central Wisconsin. I do have a wife who is pretty understanding and no kids, so that's not any kind of interference with time or anything. And did that answer all your questions?
So how does this work out? Like, how often are you going to go? How often have you been going to see Captain Marvel? How does the math work?
Yeah, so the thing is that, I mean, logistically, I wasn't even sure how I could even do this, just because it's a lot, and it also was very time dependent on how long the movie was going to be in the theater. So honestly, I didn't even count how many times I went I finally made the count a week and a half ago, and I saw that I had crested the current record. So I just went as many times as I possibly could. I took time off of work. I have an associate doc that I've hired, so not specifically for this. She's been taking some of my patients, and I've taken long lunch breaks and stuff. So sometimes I'm seeing 2 a day, sometimes 7 a day.
Wait,
7 a day?
7 a day. So,
7
Steve,
a day, yeah.
Are you watching Captain Marvel all these times, by yourself, or are you going with people? Have people kind of heard your story and said, we want to join you?
Well, it started by myself, but when I started telling people what I was doing, they're like, well, I haven't seen it yet. Can I come with you in case you make history? So, so then I had people started joining me at the end.
Wait, did your wife go with you?
Never. Here's the funny thing: she doesn't like going to movies, and she doesn't like superhero movies. So before we were married, we went to the Avengers movie.
Yeah,
and she started falling asleep halfway through. She's texting her mom, "Can you look up the runtime when it's over?" So she has not gone at all.
Okay, so the big question is here: are you? Do you have an in with your local movie theater, or are you paying for these tickets cash?
I have an in.
You have an in. Because the math on this would work out to almost $2,000 so far, right?
That would be the correct math, yes.
Damn.
And you have not spent $2,000 seeing Captain Marvel over and over?
Correct.
Okay. How much have you spent?
So now,
So,
Okay, hold on,
all of
Steve.
them-
No, wait. Before you give your answer, what
Okay.
did you tell your wife you spent?
Yeah.
Well, she knows because
Okay.
I mean, one of the other big questions is how much popcorn did I eat, which obviously has like an 8,000% markup. I don't like popcorn.
Wow.
Damn.
But there are times where I have had to eat it because I can't leave the theater because the next showing starts right off the bat. So I'll get some popcorn, I'll get some Mountain Dew to stay awake or whatever, and that's kind of about it. So she knows that the financial investment was small because I'm not eating most of that stuff there.
And you've done world records before too, and
Yeah.
you have the world record for most shirts worn during a half marathon. That is very specific.
It is.
And,
And I sweat through 37 of them.
Okay, and also the fastest time to drink a liter of gravy,
That is me.
which is 1 minute and 1 minute and 12.5 seconds. That seems like a
Yep.
breakable record. I think that we could probably try and do that one on this show.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
So the official rules is that you have to drink it through a straw.
Oh,
And it has to be commercially available. It can't be your grandma's water-thin gravy recipe.
what gravy did you drink?
I did chicken gravy.
You did, okay.
Where? From like KFC or something?
No, it was something canned in the store.
Oh, okay.
gross.
Yeah.
Well, did you heat it up or no?
Oh, great question. I did just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more palatable.
Do you even like Captain Marvel?
I actually do. When
Okay.
and it's actually grown on me. When I first started watching it, I'm like, oh, this is the wrong movie to pick. But it really actually grew on me. So I enjoy it quite a bit.
There you go.
So, Steve, are you going to attempt to break the Guinness World Record or even set the world record for Endgame that gets released this week?
That's another good question. The reason why I didn't pick Endgame officially was because it's so long, and obviously I could see.
Bro, you
less
just watched Captain
than-
Marvel 116 times. You can't say Endgame is too long.
No. So it's Captain Marvel is 2 hours and 3 minutes. Endgame is over 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be in the theaters longer for me to possibly do that.
Do it. Hey, man, you hired that new associate at your office. Might as well.
Dude, your wife's going to hire a new associate.
You might be right. She might already have.
Hey, Steve Ruppel, thank you so much for joining us. You watched Captain Marvel 116 times and now are in the Guinness Book of World Records for that.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, that Endgame premiere last night, though, huh?
Oh, come on. Let's not
I'm trying to find other stuff that went on in the world yesterday, and everything is just like Endgame. I think probably because people have seen the movie now.
Well, a lot of the cast for the movie had an opportunity to see it on Sunday, but refused and wanted to see the movie at the premiere last night.
Really?
Let me read you this list of everybody that was there who were both, I guess, in and not in the movie. Okay. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Colin Jost, Matt Damon, Chris Pratt, and his fiancée, Katherine Schwarzenegger, Chris Hemsworth, Miley Cyrus, and Liam Hemsworth, Bradley Cooper, Brie Larson, Denai, oh God, I keep saying her name wrong, Denai Guerrera, I hope I said that right, Gwyneth Paltrow, Evangeline Lilly, Jon Favreau, Natalie Portman, Josh Brolin, Kobe Smulders with Taron Killam, Don Cheadle, Sebastian Stan, Paul Rudd, Tessa Thompson, Jeremy Renner, Benedict Cumberbatch, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Yeah, Vin Diesel was there. Lawrence Fishburne was there. Elizabeth Olsen was there. Anthony Mackie was there. And.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Matt Damon, too, there.
And I read that...
But Natalie Portman is a weird one, because why is Natalie Portman there?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Well, Natalie Portman was in Thor 1 and also in Thor 2.
Yeah.
But then stepped away, didn't want to be in anything that had to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe again.
It's interesting.
And then fans were like, oh my God, is Jane, her character, going to show up in Endgame?
Right. Yeah, there was a lot last night, man. There was a lot.
Mark Ruffalo was saying how the Russo brothers gave him... Because I think you had mentioned before that he's got a big mouth.
Yeah, well, because don't forget, Mark Ruffalo was the one that left his phone live streaming in his pocket when he went into Thor Ragnarok.
That's right. Yeah,
and he live streamed the first 5 minutes of it.
But he said that the Russo brothers gave him fake scripts, right?
Yeah.
As they did with a lot of the other characters.
Yeah.
So there were scenes that he thought were being shot for the movie that weren't actually shot because they didn't want him to start blabbing everybody, even by mistake.
Well, because don't you remember that interview that Mark Ruffalo did where he was with Don Cheadle and it was promoting one of their movies? I don't even know which one it was, but they were talking about Infinity War, where Mark Ruffalo was like, everybody dies. But at the time, you were like, oh, that's just a joke, because of course not everybody's going to die. And the look on Don Cheadle's face was like, what the hell are you doing, man?
Bro, you're not supposed to say
bro,
that.
that's the whole movie.
You just gave away the ending.
And this was years before.
Well, everyone asking all the cast on how the movie ends. And then they talked to, on the red carpet, Paul Rudd last night.
Oh, no.
My daughter has asked me repeatedly, tell me, and she promises she won't tell anybody that she's 9, and I don't believe her.
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot wait, though, man. This movie drops on Thursday.
It's going to be so great.
Oh, so good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't want to say anything.
Cool.
Yeah. Well... And you know what else about last night?
We didn't even say anything.
Doesn't matter.
You can't say what else.
No. We all know. What, do you want me to break it down?
Well, we lost. No.
Yeah, no. You know what else about last night? Is I ordered really terrible food, too, because I just wanted, I wanted to just, live large, right?
Yeah. What'd you order?
I got wings and fries from this real dirty place.
Oh.
And
it just wasn't good?
No, it's they coat the wings in some sort of, I don't know, MSG or garbage. And it was the only place that was available for quick. And then, and with fries too, is, every now and then, when you get fries and they've coated them in something, it's almost like there's a batter on them.
Sure.
And that stuff doesn't sit well with me.
Oh, okay.
And so I got fries from this place and then they smother it with, they put some sort of weird hummusy garlic sauce on the side, but they put it in the container, so it was all over the fries. And
don't you read the menu before you place your order?
They don't tell you stuff like that.
Oh.
They don't tell you we're gonna
junk it up.
Yeah.
Well, all this nonsense.
What they do is when they're making it, they're gonna okay, here we go. They're gonna love this, and then I open it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I just want fries.
I just want fries.
I just
baby.
want wings.
Yeah, and then so it wasn't sitting well with me, and then the Leafs were down going into the third.
Well, they were down the whole game. But
and then...
not to be nitpicky.
They were down also going into the third. Sorry. And then I put my head down on the couch. Uh-huh. And then the next thing...
out of frustration or tiredness or bellyache?
Everything was just not going right in my life.
Wow, your life?
Yeah, everything. I almost sold the house yesterday. Everything was going so bad. I almost had to start over completely. I almost had to tell Catherine, we're selling the house, we're moving. We were doing a full reboot. Was she being a
supportive girlfriend, though?
She was downstairs, yes, because she was downstairs watching TV with Roxy.
Oh, okay.
Roxy couldn't handle it. She wasn't feeling that well. So anyway, I put my head down on the couch, and then I wake up. So you fell asleep. I fell asleep. I wake up to Catherine jumping on me, going, baby, did you fall asleep? and I come to, and I'm like, I look at her and I go, yeah. And I'm looking at her, and she looks at me and goes, Boston just scored again.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you're like, shouldn't you be downstairs?
Yeah, so at that point, it was 4-1. That was the empty net goal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so that's how I enjoyed the end of the game. But it was awful.
Did you watch any of the Raptor game, though?
No, I couldn't flip, man. I couldn't break. I couldn't do it.
My entire night was flipping back and forth, especially during commercials.
Yeah.
So during one commercial break, I'd flip. When the next game went to commercial break, I'd flip.
Yeah.
But the entire night, and the timing for everything worked out perfect because the Leaf game ended, and when I flipped back over to the Raptor game, there was maybe a minute left.
Oh, so it's worked out.
So it still worked out.
Yeah.
Raptors just demolish Orlando.
Anyway, so what I wanted to say was I'm gassy today. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
It's like they got dumped.
John Tavares. After the Leaf loss last night.
They got dumped.
5-1.
She doesn't love you anymore.
Yeah.
She dumped you in Boston.
She don't want to hang out.
No.
At all.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
You can go hit the town, go for dinner, maybe order that expensive bottle of wine.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
We used to have a real great time together.
Yeah. And bought advance tickets for Endgame.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
No, you will not be doing that tomorrow.
At all. Terrible. That's just terrible.
Well, they deserved it.
Right? Oh,
they made
yeah.
a lot of mistakes.
Listen, the Leafs sucked last night.
No, I wouldn't say they sucked.
It was a bad game.
No,
it was a bad game.
No, I mean, you want to talk about a bad game, talk about the San Jose game. But no, I wouldn't. Listen, there was a lot of mistakes, and I don't want to pin anything on anybody, but, there's some things there were some real questionable decisions made for the team last night, and that'll sort of fall on the head of whoever that needs to fall on to, Babcock. But anyway.
Yeah. They were supposed to hang today, all those guys, all the Leafs together. But according to John Tavares.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
You won't, man.
No. Supposed to get them skates sharpened.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
I heard that as a surprise to the team, I heard that each player were going to get the opportunity to select custom sticks for the new season.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
No, you won't.
But there's no point now.
No. We're going to get the wives together.
Oh, I know. Big celebration.
And obviously, it's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
Sorry, John. Hey, Maury, what time did you head down there last night to Maple Leaf Square to talk to people? Was the game over, or was it still going on?
There was like 14 minutes left.
Oh, so you were there for the...
I got there at 9:10. Game ended at like 9:40.
And were people happy to see you, or were they not?
They didn't care.
No, they didn't at all.
Oh, wow. Because you were supposed to hang out with a bunch of them tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
John Tavares. It's still sinking in that we won't be doing that tomorrow.
That's true.
So David Morey outside of Maple Leaf Square / Jurassic Park.
The game has just ended. The Leafs are done for the season, and you look incredibly sad. What's going through your mind right now?
Can't believe we lost again to Boston, but it's okay. As we say every year, hope for next year.
All I gotta say that the weather forecast right now is raining Leafs fans' tears.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a basketball fan, so I'm obviously more happy for the Raptors. But Leafs, man, just like last year, it is what it is, man.
We expected this to happen. We didn't want it to happen, but are we really shocked?
Like they were perfectly fine in the first two periods, even outplaying the Bruins, and then all of a sudden they just stopped playing and they sucked. It was so frustrating to watch.
We're like, this is a curse or something. What do we need to do to break this curse?
Fire Babcock and trade Nylander. That's it. And then just start over.
All right, so Leafs fans, 2 steps away from you are sad, but you're walking away with a smile on your face as a Raptors fan. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel all right. We should have made it through with the Leafs, but it's all right. It's all good. The Raptors made it through, you know? Game 7. What can we do?
We want Warriors!
We're winning the championship!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the story goes that NSYNC may be planning a tour without Justin Timberlake.
Of course they are. Of course they are. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Because the offers have been there for years, I guess. And I'm sure that the dollar value of an NSYNC tour with and without Justin Timberlake is so wildly different.
Yeah.
But I guess after Coachella with Ariana Grande, the story goes that maybe now they're taking it a little bit more seriously and they may consider doing it. Now, if I'm them, I would just bring out people to do the Justin Timberlake parts.
I was just going to say.
Have guest stars every night. Do what Taylor Swift did, which is every city you go, you bring out somebody new, and they can do the JT. I mean, for a couple songs. I mean, you're going to have 4 guys handle the main sort of workload, but you should work in and rework songs and bring out rappers and like do all of this stuff. If you want to make it work, because I think that they actually could make it work, and people would be stoked to see.
Now, I don't know if they could like sell out arenas.
Yeah, I know.
Right? They're not going to New York and selling out Madison Square Garden. They're not going to Toronto and selling out Scotiabank Arena.
No,
they may be able to sell Budweiser stage. You know, you do a summer tour and you do amphitheaters.
Yeah, no,
around
you're right.
Around North America, and as you said, bring out special guests. I think that would work for sure. I think the missed opportunity for NSYNC, because I'm sure that they've talked about this for years and years and years. The missed opportunity for them, and where I think they could have made a lot of money and a lot of noise, is if they joined New Kids on their yearly kind of old school shows.
I agree,
Because New Kids did, they started doing these shows with like 98 Degrees and Boys to Men and like all these other bands and groups that were like hot when they were hot.
Yeah.
And those guys, the remaining guys in NSYNC without JT, should have hopped on those tours.
I'll tell you, you know what is, I'm sure, a driving force and a real sort of sore spot and probably pisses them all off is watching Backstreet Boys get nominated for a Grammy this year.
Well, yeah, but Backstreet Boys been making albums.
But a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
A Grammy nomination and a Super Bowl commercial and,
because Backstreet Boys know how to do it.
They
still release good records. They still release full albums. They still go and do tours. You can't be, NSYNC from back in the day and come out now without releasing any new music whatsoever or even going on tour whatsoever and expect your fan base to still be there and hold you up on this pedestal. So, like, there's going to be a handful of them, yes, for sure, but
it's been 17 years since Timberlake was in NSYNC.
Damn.
He's got 10 Grammy wins since leaving NSYNC. His most recent tour, the Man of the Woods tour,
which just wrapped 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, made him $201 million apparently. So why not just go and do a summer tour with the boys? You're always going to be able to go back and be Justin Timberlake. I know you want to separate yourself from that whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? But you can always just go back and do that. Like you're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're fine now.
He won't.
No, I know.
I think
it'll never happen.
It'll be the big venues, the bigger cities that JT will potentially show up.
He will never show up.
You don't think?
Nope.
I think
nope.
They do a show in LA, Timberlake pops up on stage. They do a show in New York,
nope.
Timberlake pops up on stage.
Because I'll tell you why. When they did Coachella, right? When he wrote on Instagram that you guys killed it last night.
Yeah.
He said you guys killed it last night. The one thing he did not say was, I wish I was there.
Oh, because he doesn't wish he was there?
No, because he doesn't want to be there, and he will never be there.
201 milli. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be there either.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, has Meghan Markle had that baby yet? No?
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I know, true.
They're keeping everything a secret,
It's
right?
crazy.
They're not posted. They're not bringing the baby out to do their Lion King ceremony.
No.
For all we know, that baby could be here, and they are just locked away.
No, they're doing it for the gram. They're taking control.
Probably.
They're doing it for the gram.
Yeah, because they have a shared account now, right?
Yes, they do. And believe me, Meghan Markle still has that like twinge of wanting to achieve. Like fame matters to her. She wasn't born into this, right? She was an actor. She wanted to be famous. She wanted to be on red carpets. She wanted to be recognized and loved and adored. And she has all that.
She had a lifestyle blog and everything.
Yeah.
And then once she got linked with Prince Harry, all of that had to go away.
Yeah. So they're not going to stand on the stairs and hold a kid up. They're going to do it on Instagram. They're going to bring a photographer over. They're going to be in charge. They want the likes. Why are they going to give the likes to the Daily Mail?
Like how much it kills her that, she travels the world and goes to does all these things and she can't go up on IG and just post a picture.
No. Well, she can now.
Even if it is for, something good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I know.
Like she used to, Trinity Bellwoods in Toronto with her dog, like on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
She used to post pictures like, beautiful Sunday out here with whatever the dog's name is.
Yeah.
And a coffee.
Yeah, no, I know. Poor dog. What happened to that dog? Did she still have the dog, or did she have to get rid of the dog? She had to get rid of the dog?
Oh man, what was that dog's name again?
That's like Matthew when you moved in with you, Maury. He made you get rid of your cats. What was the name? Cosmo and whatever, and Norbit. I don't know. Maury moved in with his then boyfriend Matthew.
And Matthew was like, "It's the cats or me." We didn't really like those cats anyway, right?
Heartbreaking situation, man. I couldn't do that.
Bogart, that's the name of the dog.
Bogart.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you do with a joint?
Isn't
it?
If the cops show up.
Yeah. Isn't that what you do when you take too many tokes? You take some-
it's when you moisten it too much. No, it's when it's too
when
wet.
you steal something, you bogart it.
Yeah, no, but bogarting a joint is when you take too many turns and you don't pass it on.
Oh.
I thought it's
that I didn't know.
Make it too wet.
No, that's fish lipping.
Yeah.
That's when you fish lip something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop fish lipping it.
Yeah, stop fish lipping it, man. Yeah. Anyway,
Also, you're bogarting.
What were your cats' names, more?
Sonic and Marvin.
Sonic and Marvin.
I like the other names better that you gave.
Well, I can't change the names now. They're probably
Whatever happened to those cats?
We had to bring them to the Humane Society, and everyone was crying in the car.
Oh.
Do you think that's what Meghan? Do you think that's what Harry made Meghan Markle do? You think he drove her to the Humane Society, like Matthew drove Maury to the Humane Society? Or you probably had to drive yourself because Matthew doesn't drive.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. But he was in the car.
Oh, no. Fish lipped that whole situation.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you hear Seth MacFarlane's speech when he got his star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame?
Seth MacFarlane got a star?
Yeah.
Are they just giving out stars to anybody these days?
No, I would say that Seth MacFarlane has earned his star. He created
Family Guy. Yes.
Family Guy, which is one of the longest running, most successful shows on television right now.
I guess.
Listen, you know when I stopped paying attention? I mean, years ago. So when it comes to stars on Hollywood Walk of Fame, it's like you and your agent have to petition for it. And you got to pay a little bit of money for the upkeep and everything. It's not like there's a panel of people who go, okay, who's next?
Yeah, they're not nominated. You have to buy your star.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, recently for me, when I was like, oh, they're just giving them to everybody now, is when Lin-Manuel Miranda got one. He's been famous for about a minute.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Hamilton?
Yeah. Like
Year and a half,
you're not star worthy.
No. You haven't put in, I mean, I'm sure in that world you put in the work. But in terms of popularity to the masses, it's been up to now like a year and a half.
No, like you're there, like Lin-Manuel Miranda, is recognized in the same sort of iconic place as George Clooney and Lucille Ball. You know what I mean? Like, no, Lin-Manuel, I'm not saying he will not be worthy.
No, for sure.
But you're giving them out. You're being a little too willy-nilly loose.
Yeah.
With your saying yeses.
So Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy, he gets his star.
Yeah.
Was the speech funny, at least?
But Seth MacFarlane.
I am privileged and humbled to take my place among a great many Hollywood notables whose names also adorn this Walk of Fame. Hollywood legends such as Donald Trump, Kevin Spacey, Michael Jackson, and Bill Cosby. And I have to ask, am I worthy? All kidding aside, it truly means a great deal to me. And now let's all get to our cars because this is not a great part of town and I'm very nervous. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. Yeah, that man deserves a star. He deserves it. That's fantastic.
Great speech.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Victoria.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Okay, we're going to try our very best to help fix your life right now.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, so here you go. Victoria, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, hey, fix my life. I desperately need you to fix my life. My best friend of 7 years and I started to drift apart about a year ago. My daughter, who is 3, is her goddaughter, and she was even in the room when she was born. I feel like she chose a relationship with a guy over our friendship. I really would love to mend things, but it seems like I'm the only one who's hurt or even cares about this. Her daughter's first birthday is next week, and we didn't even get an invite to her party. I'm honestly devastated losing my best friend. It weighs on my mind constantly. Please help. So what happened?
So I guess like from the beginning, we met in high school, and we were kind of inseparable ever since. She had been in a long-term relationship with someone, and then when we were about 19, I got pregnant, and she broke up with that guy. She, I guess, put herself on a dating app and found someone else. I was the DD to their first date. And when we left, I kind of said, like, you know, there's a lot of red flags, and I just want you to be careful. I don't want to see you get hurt again. I thought she was jumping into something really fast, but I was still going to be supportive. And then it kind of flipped, and she, you know, didn't bother to involve me in her life anymore.
Well, because you don't like her boyfriend. You said that from the very beginning.
It wasn't that I didn't like him. It was more that there was a lot of red flags, and I just wanted her to be careful. I would do anything that would allow her to be happy, but I just didn't want to see her get hurt again because, like I said, she was in a long-term relationship for I think like 5 or 6 years, and she was super hurt about that, and I just didn't want her to jump into something super fast and not know what she was getting into because she didn't want to be alone.
Sometimes as a friend, your role as a friend is to just sit there and let your friend make mistakes and then be there for them on the other end. Sometimes it's a little busy when out of the gate you start shouting red flag, red flag.
Because in this case, what happened is she really likes the guy, ends up getting together with him, knowing that you don't feel the same way about this guy that she does. Obviously, she's not going to want to talk to you or hang out with you for fear of, you know, maybe tension being there, either between the two of you or between him and you.
Or she may see those same red flags as you did, but she's willing to just go for it. You know, and she doesn't need you constantly checking in as to whether she made the right choice or not.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's tough. So did she choose, you know, a relationship? I don't think it's as cut and dry as you had said. You brought up your reservations with this guy out of the gate. So I think that you may be the one that put her in a position of where she felt that she had to choose.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it like that.
Also, Victoria, I know this is going to suck to hear, but not all friendships last.
Yeah.
I know. Roz said that in one of his other FMLs, and I was kind of like, wow, that's true, you know? So
have you tried to reach out? Have you tried to reach out to her? Yeah. And what did she say?
So they actually had a baby. Like, she got pregnant, like, within a month of them being together. And I had, you know, reached out and said, congratulations. We didn't get an invite to the baby shower, that's fine. And then we, you know, started hanging out again when the baby was born. Because I have a daughter who's 3, so she absolutely adored her.
Yeah, but it was weird though, right?
No, honestly, we were kind of getting back to like old times, and it wasn't super weird. And then out of nowhere, she stopped talking to us again, and her daughter just turned 1 this past weekend, and we didn't get an invite.
Yeah. Not all friendships last. It happens.
So is this something I just wash my hands of?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to tell you something right now, straight up, Victoria. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I had a friend of like 20-something years, used to see all the time, talk to all the time. And in the past, I don't know, couple of years, the relationship was a little bit strained. And I last year reached out to him and I sent him a long text saying exactly how I felt and, you know, why this sucks that we're not friends anymore. And he replied and was like, you know, I didn't know you felt that way. Thank you for telling me, you know, let's try to work this out. And since then, I hadn't heard from him. So it wasn't necessarily, I felt, as important to him, the friendship, as it was to me. And like, we just don't talk anymore.
We all move on, you know, and maybe you're a reminder of a part of her life that she wants to move on from.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
like I did honestly reach out like maybe a year ago or so. And I said, like, I'm sorry that if anything came across, like I didn't mean for it to.
Let me ask you, here's the other thing too, is that oftentimes when your friend is in a new relationship, they go off on boyfriend island, right? Where it's brand new and it's fun and it's awesome and they shut out everything else in the rest of their life. That happens, and then after a while you have to sort of integrate each other back into each other's lives. But the way to do that is to realize that the dynamics have now changed, and you should be the one who initiates social gatherings with everyone. So you're inviting the boyfriend over, right? You're doing a coupley thing. You're doing this stuff. You don't want to try and have that old friendship that you guys did before this relationship happened, because because she doesn't want to do that with you. You already said you didn't like her boyfriend, and now if you say, "Hey, let's hang out," she's like, "Well, no, you don't like him, and I'm gonna have to get an earful from you." Like, I just think that I think that maybe you're a reminder of a part of her life that she wants to move past.
Yeah, so I wash my hands of it.
Yeah.
All right, Victoria.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
I just found the absolute perfect website for somebody like Maury, who holds social media in such high regard and values likes and interaction and comments.
That's the most important thing in the world.
There's a business called Fake a Vacation that will superimpose pictures of you on various backdrops. Hawaii, Grand Canyon, Vegas, Niagara Falls.
But the problem is, I saw that you got to pay.
Well, yeah,
but it's not as much as paying to actually go to Hawaii.
No, but I know, but somebody needs to create one where you sell your ads, put ads on your website. I should be able to use your site to just superimpose me in front of the Grand Canyon at no charge, because then it's going to get you more clicks, and then therefore you can sell ad space. You shouldn't have to pay $20 to put myself in front of the Grand Canyon.
Well, officials with Fake a Vacation say that their clients stage photos, partly because they want to have travel pictures on Facebook and Instagram. Others do it because they had to cancel their actual vacations at the last minute.
But isn't this what Lori Loughlin got in trouble for?
No, that was photoshopping her daughter's face on a rower's body.
So where would you like to go? Because I have the website here, and I can tell you how much it's going to cost. You want to go to Vegas?
Yeah, let's do Vegas.
So your
Put me in
picture
Vegas.
in front of the famous Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada sign.
Yeah.
$20.
What about front row at the Bellagio fountain? Can we do that?
Well, you can get like
it's a hot spot.
You can get like a package of 6 or 7 photos, and it varies depending on how many photos you want.
Okay.
Do they do front row at a concert?
That I don't know. I don't know if they do front row to concert.
Do I have to provide the photo? Like, if I want myself on a beach in Hawaii, do I have to send them a picture of myself shirtless lying on my bedroom floor?
Yeah, and then they'll do their thing, their Photoshop thing.
And put the sun and the shadows and match it all up.
I don't know if they'll get that intricate with the shadows.
Well, it
and
has to
everything,
look
but
real,
they have to.
though.
I don't think you send it in. From what I saw on this thing, it's like a template. You do it yourself.
No. They do it for you. Did you read any of the reviews?
I just saw where it's like a crop thing.
Oh, no. They put you in these settings. So, for example, $50 gets you photos at Niagara Falls.
Wait, it's cheaper to drive there.
Yeah.
One of the comments, reviews, choices of destinations not that good.
Oh.
Order was delayed. Had to go through revisions to get some pictures corrected. Like the service, but not the turnaround. Good job, fake vacation on my order. The images looked really not tampered.
Wow, this is super weird. Do they have examples?
No, they don't have actual examples. I can show you where they give you an example of
this whole thing is bogus.
The background, right? So Niagara Falls, a background, and then they have like a silhouette of people, and it says your image here. So this is what your image, if you pay for it, will look or could look like.
Come on. There's no way this is going to, you can't take a picture of yourself inside and give it to somebody and then they're going to make it look outside. Like, that's a lot of work.
Custom package, your choice of destination, 6 pictures.
Yeah.
$79. Disney. Oh, who doesn't want to be photographed in front of the famous Cinderella's castle.
As much as this
at Disneyland, $30.
As much as this is awesome and something I would totally do, then your real pictures, people will never believe them. Because don't forget, little Bow Wow faked pictures on an airplane.
Yeah.
You and Matthew faked pictures on an airplane.
No, we were actually
Billy
on.
Bishop.
No, we never. No, we actually were on an airplane.
Yeah, but you
little Bow Wow took stock photos of somebody of Google image and said he was
But
on
you
a
were-
private plane.
You were like flexing on the gram, like you and Matthew were taking off from this private jet.
But we never said we were actually on a private jet.
Yeah, but
Just said, look, we're on a private jet.
No, there's a difference between going on a private jet and paying somebody to go and sit on their private jet to pretend you're flying on a private jet.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference. You're not that guy.
I was then.
No, you were never that guy.
And I look amazing.
Because Matthew told you what to wear.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We see you calling. That's not how this works.
We see you texting, asking, what's the secret? Man, we ain't gonna tell you.
I know there's a lot of people into this right now. Monica on Twitter said that she just woke up specifically for this announcement of this contest. So,
can I read to you one text?
Yes, please.
That we just got, 925-555. OMG, I can't wait anymore. I'm so excited. Waiting at the bus stop with my kids. And a bunch of others say that they're all cheering for me to win so that I can take them to McDonald's.
Over and over and over and over. We do not have to tell you if you're listening right now, because you already know that $25,000 is a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah.
It's life-changing. So, what is the secret? How does this work? Roz and Mocha's $25,000 secret. The bare bones of it is there's 25 grand and you're going to win it. Somebody listening right now is going to win 25 grand. In the studio with us, there's a giant glass case, the kind of thing that you see in a museum. And in that giant glass case is an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the envelope is Roz and Mocha's $25,000 secret. All you have to do is figure out what it is. How do you figure out what it is? You ask questions. One person will win this, but this is going to take potentially hundreds or thousands of people to get one person to that point where they walk away with 25 grand. At 925-555, you text us a question that we will then answer. Mocha and I will then answer yes or no.
Easy, right?
We're going to keep track of it so you can see all the questions that have come before you. Use them as clues. Use it as a map. Figure it out. So to 925-555, ask your question. We're going to answer it yes or no. Is it a this? Is it a this? Is it a this? Is it a this? Think of this whole thing. Think of this whole thing right now as the ultimate, most impossible game of 20 questions.
We are getting inundated.
Think of this right now. We all know 20 questions.
Yeah.
Somebody thinks of something in their head. You have 20 questions to try and figure out what that thing is. That is what is happening right now. In that envelope is that thing. Your job right now is to figure out what it is. The person,
we are getting so many texts.
The person who figures it out walks away with 25 grand. You text us your question to 925-555, a yes or no question. We will call you back. You get to ask that question. We will answer yes or no. Then you get to make a guess as to what is in that envelope. It is that easy. It's going to take thousands.
Millions.
One person.
Listen, everybody in Toronto is listening right now. Like legit everybody. Because who doesn't want $25,000?
So you get it, okay? We got to make sure everybody understands this right now.
Yeah.
Text your question to 925-555. We will answer it if we call you back and you get on the air with us. It's simple, yes or no. We're going to bank all of those. Everybody will have access to be able to see what has been asked before them. Piece it together, map it out, figure it out. Thousands and thousands of people will text questions, but one person is going to be able to figure it out with all that information and walk away with 25 grand.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. It's Roz Mocha. What's your name?
Hey guys, this is Wilfred.
Who?
Wilfred.
How are you, Wilfred?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good, buddy. So you've been listening to this since we started it this morning?
Yeah, around 9 o'clock or so. Yeah,
Okay.
tuned in.
You got a good handle on it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so it's really anybody who has played 20 questions in the past, you know how this works. In that envelope, encased in glass, is Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret, and all you have to do is just guess what it is. So, Wilfred.
Wait,
What?
Wilfred, would it make you nervous if I played like dramatic music behind? Like,
no, go for it.
Oh, okay, cool. Not to add any pressure, but I just think it sounds cool.
Wilfred, what is your question? And remember, Mocha and I can only answer yes or no, okay? So Wilfred, my man, 25 grand. What is your question?
Is it Maury's glasses?
Is it Maury's glasses?
Yeah.
Hell no, bruh.
Is it Maury's glasses?
You think we would set up this whole thing, put a full team together, Facebook Live, get a gold envelope printed, glass box shined up with Windex and everything, 0 fingerprints, for the answer to be Maury's glasses?
Yeah, I thought so.
Wilfred,
Man. See, and here's the thing.
I cut my P short for this.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Mocha got a UTI for is it Maury's glasses? That's great. I'll tell you this. Some of the questions have been very, very helpful for people. They've narrowed it down a lot. We've had some questions that have really cut possibilities of what this secret is by the millions of options. Okay? Wilfred, you took the opportunity to text us, think of a question, sit on hold, get on with us to ask the very specific, is it Maury's glasses? That helps nobody. Unless there is some other fool out there wondering if it's also Maury's glasses.
It was worth a try.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Wilfred.
You got to take your shot.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to take your shot. Oh.
Hi, is this Troy?
Yes, it is.
What up, man? It's Roz Mocha. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Geez, I thought I had it lost as soon as I heard Maury's glasses. I was like, oh, that's it for me. I lost my chance.
Don't tell me you thought it had to do with Maury's glasses.
No.
A lot of people have been throwing, really what I consider throwing away their opportunity here by not being by being very specific. Although some specifics are great, like we had. I don't know if you heard, but somebody got through and asked if it had anything to do with the Thanos snap in Avengers, which although seems very selfish to ask that question because it really screws everybody else. Being that specific could have really narrowed down potential possibilities of what this thing could be. So,
absolutely.
Okay, so what is your question? And please keep in mind, Mocha and I can only answer yes or no.
Okay. My question was, can it be spread? Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
No, I don't. No.
Hey, man.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
Yeah, Troy, you weirdo.
This better not be another Maury guess.
I know, and it makes it even weirder that I'm laying in my bed right now. But
okay, all right.
TMI, man.
Yeah, TMI. Dude. Come on, bro. Right? Well, you lying in bed watching us on Facebook Live? That's weird, dude. Dude, that's weird. So the question from Troy was, can it be spread? Can it be spread? And Troy, the answer to that is no. Sorry, dude.
Damn it, Maury.
Damn it, Maury. What were you? Troy, who's in bed right now. Troy, what did you think? Where were you going with this? What did you think it could be?
I thought that the secret could be a secret.
Oh, wow. Okay, good one. All right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Maury's applauding right now. That's exactly Maury's type of thinking. That's why Maury's poor. That's why Maury and Troy will never win $25,000 because of that line
I
of
thought
thinking.
I'd have a good relationship with Maury after this, but I feel like I dislike him more now.
I have a funny feeling, dude, that you and Maury would get along great. Listen, you think like him, you have the same sense of humor, and it's 11 o'clock and you're still in bed. You guys would be best friends.
On your laptop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even going to disagree.
No, man, you guys would be best friends.
Hey, Troy, thank you very much, bro.
No problem, guys. Thanks. I listen to you guys every morning.
Thanks, man.
Wait. Well, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Well, after all this, Mocha.
Oh. Who's with you?
Oh, it's my sister-in-law. She's annoying. Don't worry about it.
I listen to you every morning, and I always try calling your radio station.
Stop. Hey, Troy.
Yeah.
We have a question for you.
Okay.
And you don't have to answer yes or no for this. But why are you in bed at 11 o'clock in the morning with your sister-in-law?
I'm actually a singer on Instagram, so I work from home.
Okay.
So I have my schedule from 12 o'clock, and my sister-in-law just inconveniently came in here.
Because I heard him calling the Roz and Mocha show, so I have to come upstairs.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Trust me, if it was my option, it wouldn't have been a thing.
Okay. Why are you in the house?
I have a studio in my house.
No, not you. Not you.
No, the sister-in-law.
Why are you home? Don't you work?
I'm off today.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
How
I think
convenient.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? It would have been worth it if I had $25,000, but y'all are no help today.
Yeah, no, sorry about that, bro.
Jesus. All right.
Okay. you go work this out. You go work this out with your sister-in-law.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, let's take that phone call. Give somebody a guess. Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Is it pronounced Vania?
It's Vanya.
Vanya. How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good. It's Roz Mocha, by the way. $25,000. What would you do with that money if you were to win it today?
Definitely travel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Anywhere like specific?
Greece, Italy, Brazil, anywhere.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I like that.
You sound like you want to just get turned up somewhere else, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Vanya. Go ahead with your question, please.
My question is it breakable?
Is it breakable?
Is it breakable?
See, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to, on the count of three, Roz, you and I say whether it's yes or no?
Right. Because I'm telling you, I don't want to give an answer to something that is not in the spirit of what the secret is, because I feel that the wrong answer at a point like this is going to be wildly confusing to people. And so I want to make sure we get it right. Now, we do have a judge.
Yeah.
Okay. And if Mocha and I are in disagreement, then we will go to the judge.
Okay. Vanya, your question. Is it breakable? Roz, on the count of three, we are going to say what we think.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh. Hang on.
Dude, come on. Okay, we got to go to a judge.
I'm telling, but here's the thing. Okay, but there is a... Remember what I told you earlier?
Yeah.
Right? I think that you're getting... First of all, we need the judges to start doing their judgy things in there because we need, and if you need to drag us in the hallway, because the one thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to do something that's wrong. Okay?
Oh, no, for sure.
So we may need to, if we need to take a second with this, you guys have to bear with us, okay? That's why we're doing this, because we all take this so seriously. That's why
of course
we have the judging system. and we may need to actually convene and have a conversation. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm telling you, my answer to is it breakable is no. Mocha's answer to is it breakable was yes. So we are in a disagreement on this, okay? And we have 1 minute and 25 seconds to get a judge's decision. So if you guys could do that in there, that would be awesome.
Hold on. Before the judge, do we need to step out in the hall?
I mean, I don't want to step out, and I really want to avoid stepping out into the hall, but I just wish that I could, like, because you have to think of the essence of the secret, okay? Like the actual, like, what the secret is. Right? Okay, the judge has an answer right now. So the question was, is it breakable? The judge, your answer is what? No, it is not breakable.
Okay, so it's not breakable.
It is not breakable.
It is not breakable.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, Vanya, thank you very much for listening.
Okay, take care.
Have a good day.
You too, guys.
Okay, but now you know where we were. This people can also use this for strategy.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
They can 100% use this for strategy.
All right. Hey, Nellie, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Welcome to Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret.
Thanks.
Nellie.
Yes.
What is your question?
Is it man-made?
Is it man-made? Is it man-made? Interesting. Interesting. Is it man-made?
And the answer is?
Yeah, give me a sec with this.
Okay.
Is it man-made?
Oh, man.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I hope so.
I think so.
You are. Because to me, it's really clear whether this is a yes or a no. But
but you have a different way of thinking,
I
though.
just would have shouted this out at the beginning, but as soon as she asked the question, I saw like doubt in your...
No, I know what I want to say, but I just have a
eyes.
feeling you're going to say the opposite.
But
you guys are killing me.
I know, but Nellie, hold on a second here, because these conversations, much like when parents are getting divorced, are the important conversations that we need to have.
Wow, dude, you
okay,
and that.
as uncomfortable as it is for the third person involved, you, Nellie, we need to have these conversations. Okay, so Mocha, the reason why I hesitated, I was going to blurt it out, but the reason I hesitated was because I thought you were hesitating. Now, if we both shout out whether we think it's yes or no, if you're just joining us, we have a judge that we will go to who will then have the final decision.
Okay.
So, Nellie's question for Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret, is it man-made?
Is it man-made? And you want to say on the count of three, Mocha?
Yeah.
Okay. One, two, three. Yes. Okay. That's another yes for the board,
Hey,
Nellie.
ding, ding, ding. Is it
Love you guys.
man-made?
Is it man-made? Okay.
So, Nellie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, this is where you people listening right now, this is where you now need to broaden your own perspective on everything, because you can very easily go down one road. And I'm just telling you right now, okay, open your mind. If we could give everybody a little LSD, we would, to just get that mind
We're
going.
giving you that verbal LSD.
Okay, yeah, we're trying to give you verbal LSD right now, and that you need to just expand your mind in the way that you look at things and think about things.
Okay,
but yes, it is in fact man-made.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Whoo, baby.
What's going on, Kay?
Hey.
Hi, Kay.
It's Roz and Mocha, $25,000 secret.
Yes. I've been watching since 8.
Oh, you
my
have?
God, my
Wow.
love.
Damn.
Okay. So
This is torture.
Okay. We'll try and get you in and out of this as fast as possible, but hopefully it is fast because you wind up walking away with 25 grand for all your devotion to this process here. So, Kay, you understand that your question to us can only be answered with a yes or no, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Kay, what is your question?
Okay, so I get a question and then I get a guess,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Is this an act? Sorry, not an activity. Is this a game?
Is it a game?
Because a game is different than an activity.
we know.
Is it a game?
We know. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I guess?
It's a game. Wow, that's a big yes. Yeah, you have, if you want to then now go ahead and guess as to what this is, you have 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Use it however you want.
Are there other people around you right now, or is it you're
no,
just solo?
it's just me.
It's just you.
It's me and my Excel spreadsheet here.
Oh, wow. Did you make an Excel spreadsheet?
Yes, I did.
You are
Oh
the
my
best.
God, Kate, can you please take a picture and send it to us? We would love to see
I will
it.
send it.
Yeah.
So I took all the questions down and then I made assumptions of what it can be. Like, can't be food, can't be electronics, can't be whatever.
Yeah.
And so to me, it seemed like, I want to say you guys are just messing with everybody and it's this game. The secret is the game. Like this 25K game.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I will tell you this. That was your guess.
Yes.
Okay. Now that we have confirmation that was in fact your guess, Kay, you are 100% wrong.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Back to that Excel spreadsheet, girl.
Go back to Excel, and we will hear from you again. But I'll tell you, Kay, because of the research you did and all the work you put into this with that Excel spreadsheet, you have just advanced Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret in a direction that I think everybody listening right now is going to appreciate. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay. We love you.
Take care.
Okay, hon.
Wow. Damn.
Okay.
Hey, Heather.
Hi.
What's going on?
Not much. You're distracting me from work.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I want to win money, so.
Who doesn't, right? $25,000. If this money were to be yours today, what are you spending it on?
I don't know. All the things. I'd pay down my mortgage.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably go shopping.
Smart.
Where are you right now?
I'm at work.
You're at work. Are you alone? Like, are you playing this alone or are you playing with coworkers?
There's like maybe 6 of us in a room together.
Okay.
Wow.
You guys are the best. All of you. Love you all. Okay. Heather, you know that we can only give you a yes or no question, right? Or yes or no answer.
Yes.
Okay. What are you laughing at over there,
Just a
Mocha?
comment somebody said.
What did somebody say? You're eating Heather's time right now. Mocha, calm down.
I've never seen David Morey before. He looks about 50.
Okay. Heather, we're going to deal with Maury looking 50. Okay, but we have to we have to give you your turn, okay? You know that we can only answer yes or no. So please, what is your question?
Can you be harmed
Can you be harmed what?
while playing?
Oh.
Can you be harmed?
I'm saying
I
this
guess.
right. I'm saying yes.
Yeah, you can be harmed.
Yes.
Okay.
You can be harmed.
Okay.
Okay, now you get 3 minutes and 2 seconds to come up with what you think it might be. We will let you do your thing. You can use all of your time. Lots of people have. Okay.
I still can't get over somebody on Facebook said Maury looks about 50 years.
That has to be the most Okay.
There's running.
And just make sure, Heather, that that you guys have the live stream turned all the way down on your end, okay?
Why are you hearing feedback? Okay, yeah.
I can hear in the background. So just make sure that all the volume on the live stream is turned down, just because I don't want anything to interrupt you or cause any feedback, okay?
I left the room, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It's such a crapshoot.
It is.
I want to say Red Rover. Is it Red Rover?
Hey, Heather.
Yeah.
Are you alone right now?
Well, I'm just in the hallway.
In the hall. Where are the people where are the people that you were with?
They're just in a boardroom.
Okay, go back in that boardroom for a second. Just make sure that everything's turned down.
Is everything turned down, guys?
Okay. Tell somebody in that room right now to take out their phone.
Okay. Someone take out your phone.
Put it on video.
Put it on video.
Point their camera at you.
Yeah.
And keep filming you. Not up and down like a fool, like the proper way, side to side.
Portrait mode.
Portrait mode. So keep.
I feel like you're messing. Yeah.
Keep filming you, okay?
Yeah.
Tell them all to keep their phones on you.
He just gonna be like, no. I feel like you.
Okay, because we got to do something right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Heather, hang tight 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Roz is now.
I need your
help. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
I need your help.
I said Red Rover. I know, I feel like they're messing with me. I don't know.
Heather?
Yeah.
What we did just now when we stepped away from the microphone was walk over to the podium that has the glass case. And we took the glass case off and took the gold envelope out of the case. Roz is holding the gold envelope, which has been sealed ever since we started Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret.
Yeah.
Okay, Heather.
Hello? I think you just cut out.
Heather,
Yeah.
No, we're here.
Yeah.
Heather,
Okay.
Heather, what I'm doing right now is I'm opening the envelope.
Okay. Open it.
Heather, what I'm doing right now is I'm taking out the envelope. Inside the envelope, it simply reads this, Heather. Red Rover pays $25K, game over. Heather, you just won $25,000.
Are you guys for real?
Heather, you solved Roz Mocha's $25,000 secret. The money is yours.
I'm shaking. I feel like this isn't real.
There it is right there. Boom! There it is right there.
Oh
Red Rover pays $25K, game over.
I feel like I'm being I don't know. I feel like this isn't real. I feel like this isn't real.
Heather,
I know, I'm sorry.
$25,000!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Whoa! Yo, this has never been done! This
Oh my God,
has
this is
never been done! Toronto! Canada, everywhere! Everyone watching right now, just know, this has never, ever been done. The Roz Mocha Show, $25,000 secret. This has never been done!
Oh my God, I'm numb. I'm sorry. I feel like I should be freaking out. I'm numb. I'm numb.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Now, Heather,
I literally thought I was going to say that, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to say Red Rover. This is stupid.
Okay.
But it was actually, oh my God.
Heather, congratulations. And to
Oh my God, thank you.
to everybody who took part and the thousands upon thousands of questions and the hours that you guys were all with us. We can't thank you enough. This was
Oh my God, thank you guys.
This
Now you guys can
was
go home. You're welcome.
so much fun. Yes, now Maury, you get to go to bed. Maury finally gets to go to bed. Heather, we can't thank you enough. Everybody who sat there all day long at your computers with the papers and the notes and the spreadsheets and Excel and everything else. We can't thank you enough. Everybody in the control room who took us live all day today, we cannot thank you enough. Darren Jones, can't thank you enough. Brooksy, can't thank you enough. Kiss 92.5, can't thank you enough. But again, this is nothing without all of you who participated today with thousands of questions. And one more time for Heather, if you can congratulate her. There it is right there. Red Rover pays $25K, game over.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Get into it.
Okay, Mocha.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
Aha!
Are you ready?
Yeah!
Let's do the news!
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
10% of Americans don't use the internet.
Huh?
10% of Americans don't use the internet.
Like old, right?
Well, here's the numbers. So, out of the 10%...
Or those who want to be off the grid.
Men make up 10%, women make up 9%. Hispanics are at 14%, blacks are at 15%, whites are at 8%. People between the ages of 18 and 29, 0. They all use the internet.
Of course.
People between 30 and 49, 3%. 50 and 64, 12%. 65 plus, 27%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they never had it, right?
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
It's new.
People who make less than $30,000 a year, 18%. 30 to 50, 7%. 50 to 75, 3%. And then $75,000 a year plus, 2%. People who are college educated plus, 2%. Some college, 5%. High school, 16%. Less than high school, 29%. People who are in urban areas, 9%, suburban areas, and then rural areas are 15%. So that's where your numbers come from of who's not using the internet. Beyonce finally released Lemonade on all streaming services.
Wah.
So I guess up until this point, it was only on Tidal.
Yeah.
Which you kind of have to do when Jay-Z's your husband, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to give that. It's like, give it up. But
She was probably like, babe, listen, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I know.
I know you're upset, you know, when I had the Becky with the good hairline and everything, but it's been 3 years. I'm just going to go do my thing with Apple Music and Spotify.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
Like, listen, my next album, which is coming soon, you'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll get it on Tidal.
Yeah. I know it's tough, huh? If you want to support a 5-year-old in Wyoming called 911 asking for McDonald's.
Huh?
Yeah, don't use 911 for this, but the story actually has a sweet ending. So here's,
what?
Here's a little bit of the call with the 5-year-old kid asking the 911 caller for McDonald's.
Hey, County 911, what's your emergency? Can you bring me McDonald's? I'm sorry, what? Bring me McDonald's. No, I can't bring you McDonald's.
Okay. So they get the call, and I guess the kid was there with his grandmother, and they have to send a cop out to just make sure, right? Like somebody calls 911, they send a cop to just make sure
Like, just in
everything
case
is okay.
that wasn't like a code.
Something. Who knows, right? Who knows? So here's a clip of the cop that actually responded to the call.
You know, I was laughing to myself, so, hey, I'm driving past McDonald's on the way there. I might as well get him something. I think the first thing he said to me was, my grandma's going to be so mad. Can you please go away?
So the cop stopped at McDonald's, bought him some nuggets.
Oh, no.
Showed up at the door, and he's like, man, you got to go.
I got his heat on me now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tom Holland was not on the purple carpet the other night for the Avengers Endgame premiere. And everybody's like, well, where's Spider-Man? Right?
Right.
So,
oh, well, I
because
mean,
everybody else was there. Like, it took a full day to realize that Tom Holland wasn't there.
Yeah,
just because there's so many people.
He was involved in the finger snap, in the Thanos snap, right?
Yeah. And so Tom Holland lets fans know yesterday exactly why he was not on the Avengers Endgame purple carpet.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a little message and say sorry I wasn't at the premiere last night. I'm here in Alabama. No, I'm not. I'm in Atlanta shooting in, what are we shooting? We're shooting Chaos Walking. I'm a little tired. But I noticed on the red carpet there was a thing called the thank you cam for all the fans, our amazing fans. So I wanted to do my own thank you cam and say thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this amazing Marvel journey. It's really changed my life. I could never have imagined this would ever happen to me. So thank you so much. I hope the premiere was as amazing as the last one. I'm sure it was better. I'm sure it was amazing. The Russo brothers, you're amazing. I hope the film performs in every way possible. Thank you everyone so much, and go and see Avengers Endgame.
So the movie he's filming in Atlanta is Chaos Walking with Daisy Ridley and Nick Jonas.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I know. I'm like, okay. I'm interested in that. So that's why Tom Holland was not on the purple carpet of Avengers. They're saying that Avengers could do $1 billion worldwide on its opening weekend.
I believe it.
I don't know, man. It's hard.
I believe
it's
it.
Almost like it's like logistically, it's not that the fans aren't going to be there.
Yeah.
It's just that logistically, I don't know if it's possible to do $1 billion in one weekend.
Is it because the movie's over 3 hours?
That's one of the reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons.
I still think it's going to happen.
Yeah, so they're saying that it could do, and then of course it would be the fastest movie to hit $1 billion.
I'm complaining about the length of the movie, but I heard that it's an hour shorter than Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, but who remembers that?
Whoever I heard it from.
No, but who's comparing Avengers to Gone with the Who's walking out of Avengers going, well, at least it's not as long as Gone with the Wind? Like, who's saying that?
But you can go into Avengers saying, well, at least it's not as long as Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, but first you have had to sit through Gone with the Wind, and who wants to do that before a 3-hour Avengers movie?
4 hours of Gone with the Wind.
Jesus, man. Britney Spears has broken her silence, and she insists that she's doing well after admitting herself into a mental health facility. This is Britney on Insta yesterday.
Hi guys, just checking in with all of you who are concerned about me. All is well. My family has been going through a lot of stress and anxiety lately, so I just needed time to deal. But don't worry, I'll be back very soon.
Her dad's real sick. And
gotcha.
They were saying that may have been a trigger for Brit. And then in the post that it was associated with that video, she said that she's trying to take a moment for herself, but everything that's happening is just making it harder for her. And she urged fans not to believe everything you read, adding that her former manager, Sam Lufty, was behind a lot of the emails that were attributed to her, saying that basically Sam Lufty, her old manager, was, I guess, hacking her emails or still had access. That's the accusation. And then Lufty came out to say, nice try, but this isn't going to work for you around this time. Britney's Instagram post has accused me of facilitating or fabricating emails of hers that have been circulating recently. I can unequivocally state that I never wrote nor had access to her emails. Her team's desperate attempt to deflect negative attention onto me yet again is a rather ineffective way to overshadow the Free Britney movement. So there you go. Avengers tomorrow.
Oh my God! I'm so excited.
They're saying that it could do between $850 and $900 million on the opening weekend globally.
Agreed.
To hit $1 billion is going to be difficult just simply because of logistics. Because as it is right now, they're saying it could do just in North America $270 million to $300 million just in North America.
Agreed.
When it opens, it's opening on 4,600 theaters. That is the widest release ever for a film.
Yeah.
Ever.
They have to. Are you kidding?
And the money that this thing is going to make, it's just going to be incredible. It will absolutely be the fastest movie to make $1 billion.
Yes.
Now, whether it is able to beat Avatar, because even Avatar is still number one, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, all these years later.
That's crazy. And nobody quotes Avatar.
No.
You know, nobody ever's like, oh my God, guys, this is just like that scene in Avatar.
Yeah.
You know, it's
when they're like,
nobody talks about Avatar.
Blue skin.
Yeah. Nobody ever talks about Avatar. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a highest grossing movie of all time.
I don't even know who was in it. Who was in it?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver was in Avatar?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
Does she have blue skin?
Yeah. And also not blue skin.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
She had blue skin, but not blue skin?
Yeah. Because her avatar was blue, but then she was regular.
Oh, right. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nobody ever talks. We didn't take Avatar with us. We all went to see it, but nobody, we didn't pack it for the future.
Yeah.
We just left it where it was. There you go. We all saw it. Jennifer Garner is on the cover of People Magazine's Beautiful Issue. It's no longer called the most beautiful person, right? It's the beautiful issue.
Oh.
Because now they have to they got to expand the definitions of beauty.
Oh.
And so it's not the most beautiful. There's the person who gets the cover of the beautiful issue. That used to be the most beautiful person in the world, but
so
now it's
the most
not.
beautiful.
Now it's the beautiful issue, and then there is a cover person. So they are not named the most beautiful anymore. They are on the cover of People's Beautiful
they
Issue.
Name other beautiful things like beautiful
people. It's
sunny
all
destiny.
people.
Oh, it's still people.
Yes.
So this is called Beautiful People.
Well, the magazine is called People.
Yeah. Yeah, but so it used to be the most beautiful person, right?
Yeah.
So who's the most beautiful person? It's not that anymore. Thank you, Maury. It's not that anymore. You're not allowed to say that anymore.
Why not?
You just can't do it, man. You're talking to a guy that, believe me, nobody's more crushed about this than I am, that the world went this way. Right? I have awards that say how sexy I am.
That's true.
You don't get those anymore.
You can't say that. No. Yeah, you can't.
You don't
You're right.
get those awards anymore.
Man.
Those are the ones I cherish the most.
All you
It's
people
still
who
framed on
complain
the
need to
wall here,
sit
by the
down.
way.
Yes. I have more awards in my house on the wall
Okay.
that I've won for being sexy than I do pictures of my child.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, priorities, people. But this is this is Jennifer Garner on Ellen yesterday when Ellen.
People's most beautiful person is Jennifer Garner. Congratulations.
I mean, I didn't know People was a, oh, there it is. Oh, gracious.
Yeah.
I can't look. It's, People is now a magazine for AARP.
But
do you know how many times have I been here? So many times. I have never been more nervous than I am today. I don't know. I guess I thought you guys would boo or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you guys are expecting Kaya Gerber and it's me. And I feel like bolting. I feel like I should go. You know what I mean? 'Cause
No,
it's
I
so
don't.
ridiculous.
I don't.
It's so silly, but it's nice.
Right? It's silly, but it's nice.
And we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the greatest movie ever made, 13 going on 30 with Jennifer
That's
Garner.
right. Yeah, she wrote a great post about that too. Talking
Did
about
she?
that. Yeah.
I like Jennifer Garner
and I
a
didn't
lot.
know that Brie Larson was in 13 going on 30.
I didn't until she posted, but she was one of the
Yeah.
kids jumping up and down on the bed with her.
Yeah, I had no idea that Brie Larson.
wow.
13 going on 30 stands up. It
Yeah.
really does. It really,
like that
it's
movie.
one of those movies that a lot of those movies don't hold up. Like, I don't know when the last time you saw Bring It On was, but I remember loving Bring It On, the cheerleading movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know when the last time anybody saw Bring It On was, but Bring It On is you do not age well.
Why?
No.
You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. Hey, you ugly.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Ask Roz and Mocha. Love this portion of the podcast. This is where we take all the questions that you have on Instagram at Kiss925 and try to get through as many as we can. And of course, have you join us, one of you join us to ask your question on the podcast. Today, we actually have two people, Roz.
yeah.
So we're going to go to Jules first. Hello, Jules.
Hey there.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Doing great. What is your question?
So my question is, if you could give advice for soon-to-be or first-time parents, what would it be?
Ooh, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
How far along are you?
30, almost 37 weeks.
Damn, so you're close then, huh?
Yeah, I'm at that point where, like, if I drop my cell phone now, is it really worth to pick it up or not?
No, it's not. No, you'll pick it up in a couple of weeks.
How are you feeling, first of all?
No, I feel good. That's really it. It's just devastating when I drop something, but other than that, I'm good.
Are you nervous about anything? Is that why you're asking?
No, to be completely honest, we've gotten a lot of. That we're going to hate each other. And my boss went as far as saying that we'll probably end up divorced. And I'm like, sorry, what's happening here? Why are we getting involved in this?
Are you surrounding yourself with? Holy. Don't listen to them. That's not true.
Yeah, Mocha and I have, because I know we've had this question before with people who are, parents to be, and there's a couple things where Mocha and I differ. So I'll give you one piece of advice, and then Mocha can give the sort of other side and why it was beneficial to do it the way that they did it. The first thing is, before we get to any of that, right? The one piece of advice that I was given that is just sort of a nothing piece of advice, but it actually helped out immensely, was when it comes to kids' things, okay, one, don't buy it till you need it.
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you wind up loading your house up with all these little teeny tiny things. And I know that when you see like those little kid-sized dressers, they're really cute and it looks like a little munchkin room and it's awesome. But you have to remember, the kid isn't going to be the one using that little tiny dresser. It's going to be you, and it's going to be a huge pain in the ass.
It is so true.
So buy full-size furniture.
Yes.
Okay? That is like thing one, is buy it when you don't buy it till you need it, and buy full size things, because you're the one that's gonna you will run out of room if you buy the little kid size things. Okay.
The rookie mistake that we made, and other people that we know who are parents were like, you guys are so like newbies, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
Is we went and we bought everything, or we had asked for everything pretty much under the sun that was out there because we thought we needed it. I can't tell you how much stuff we ended up returning because we didn't need it. It was just completely redundant to our lives and our situation. And to go along with what you said, Roz, buy it when you need it.
Yeah. And then the other piece of advice is this, and this is where Mocha and I have very solid reasons why we feel this way. But I will say this, and I don't know the strategy that you guys have planned, but I'm a big believer in when the kid comes, no family at the house for at least a week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Because I know a lot of people are like, the mother-in-law wants to come over and help and all this other stuff, right? I'm a big believer in you and your husband, if it's your first kid, okay, or your wife, whatever the situation is, I don't know. But you and your husband, it's your first kid, you need to figure this out and have this first week to be able to figure it out on your own. Okay.
How do you do that if you're Italian?
This is what I'm saying because I'll tell you because I'm grandchild. Yes, I know because I'm gonna. They can come. They can. There can be a visit. Okay, there can be a visit, but there will be no grandmother telling you how to do everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
You don't want their help. They can come and look at the kid, but you have to establish that you don't need their help. This is so crucial. It's such a crucial time for you. This is between you, your husband, and your kid, and you need to figure this out on your own because you can figure it out on your own. And that sort of period of time, that week after the kid is born, this is so great for the three of you. I'm a huge believer in you want to come see the kid, that's cool. You can be there on the day the kid is born, then bugger off for a week and a half, then come back after that.
I'm trying to think
we need a week and a half to 2 weeks alone as a family to do this.
I think when Cruz was born, my mother-in-law came and stayed a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then we were solo for a few days or for a week. And then my sister-in-law came and stayed with Jenna for a couple of days, but we didn't have any visitors at the house, even though we had we were inundated with texts from friends and family. Can we see the baby? Can we see the baby? Can we see the baby? There are people who hadn't met our kid 2 months after. The reason why we liked the help was we were so trying to get used to having this human being in the house that we had to take care of that was just crying all the time and needed our 100% attention all the time, that cooking wasn't getting done and laundry wasn't getting done and just the house was literally falling apart. And for every time we tried to fix one of those problems, it seemed like we were taking one step forward but 10 steps back. And then, as you said, Roz, you have to eventually just figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta do it on your own.
But we did appreciate the help. Anytime somebody said, "Hey, can we make some food and drop it off?" My God, yes,
sure,
we love that.
Yeah,
can we help? And you need some laundry done? We'll come and do the laundry. Oh my God, yes, please.
Yeah.
We would be more than happy to accept any kind of help in that aspect, but in terms of raising the kid or telling us what to do,
no sleepovers. Those first couple of nights in the middle of the night when the kid is just losing its mind, that is precious time for just you and your husband.
Right.
Okay. And then also, you'd be surprised just how babies are aside from the fact that they're noisy and they smell. There's not a lot to it. Wherever you put it, the kid's just going to stay, right? It's your job is to just keep it alive. There's not a lot of other things going on with a baby. I'll say this: when Catherine had Roxy, Catherine had never held a baby before.
Really?
You know what? Jenna too.
Yeah, Catherine had never held a baby.
Yeah.
She never had any friends that had kids. She didn't have any baby nieces or nephews.
Same with Jenna.
She had seen babies, and maybe she's she's touched a baby and all that. Catherine had never sat and held a baby before she had one of her own.
Yeah, that's exact Jenna.
Yeah,
same.
And I'll tell you, it took her a day and a half before she was momming the out of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
you learn. And you know what? Every situation is different, and you're going to learn how to tackle this on your own, as in you and your partner, your husband, or your girlfriend or wife. But you guys are going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know until you're in it.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
figure it out what works best for you and your family.
No, that's awesome.
There you go,
I really
Jules.
appreciate it. Let me tell you guys, I've been listening to you from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
I got my husband addicted to you guys. And so we played a favorite game all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to make fun of me because I listened to you guys religiously. Now he's always like, "Are you listening to Roz Mocha? Are you listening to Roz Mocha?"
You guys are the best.
That is amazing.
So-
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
You're going to kill it at being a mom.
Wicked. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great one.
Don't drop that phone.
See ya.
All right, as we continue with Ask Roz and Mocha, we have somebody else on the phone. Hello there.
Hi.
Okay, is it Michelle or Michelle A?
So it's funny. On the Thanksgiving podcast, you actually called me Michelle. You answered my question, but it is Michelle.
Oh,
Michelle.
it's Michelle. All right, cool. So Michelle, so it's not much of a question, but what is it that you want to say?
I actually have a brain teaser for you guys that my
Love
friends Sam and Derek showed me not long ago.
Okay.
So before I explain the brain teaser, you'll need a pen and a paper, though.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
got
good.
it.
I got mine. Do you have yours, Maury?
Yes.
Okay. Mocha, you got yours?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so on the piece of paper, draw a large rectangle that you'll split into 9 from left to right.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Split into 9. Why you got to split something into? How do you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
1,
7,
2,
8.
3,
Okay,
4,
9. All right.
5,
And anybody
6,
listening right now, feel free to do the same.
8. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2,
Oh, man, I made my box too big.
I made mine too small.
It doesn't have to be equal. It just has to be 9.
No, but I'm a symmetrical kind of guy. All right. And then what?
Okay, so here it is.
Okay.
There are 10 horses,
Yeah.
but only 9 stables.
Okay.
How do you fit all 10 horses inside? There are 3 rules.
Okay.
You can't put 2 horses in the same stable.
But I got that big one on the end.
That's what she said.
You can't make another stable,
Okay. All right.
and you can't split a stable in half.
Okay. So how do
You can't split. Oh, man, that was going to be my next. Okay, so 10 horses have to fit in 9 stables. You can't add another stable. You can't double up horses, and you can't split a stable. So it's sharesies.
Correct.
Maury?
Is the horse named 10?
No.
How would you draw that?
You have 10.
So you do need the pen.
Yeah, there are 10 horses, but only 9 stables. How do you fit all the horses inside? You can't put 2 horses in the same stable. You can't make another stable, and you can't split a stable in half.
Oh, okay. So then, okay. Oh.
I got it.
Oh.
I think. This is really
Okay.
stupid, though. But
Okay.
I know you said you can't put 2 horses in one stable,
Uh-huh.
but can one of the horses be pregnant?
I love that answer, but no.
Oh.
You put all 9 in there, but you're riding one.
No, they have to be all inside. Do you guys want a hint?
No.
Okay.
This is going to be the longest Ask Roz and Mocha ever.
You have 10 horses, 9 stables.
And we have unlimited time. Okay, wait. So,
Hold on.
Michelle.
I think I
Yeah.
know. I think I know what it is.
But we have to write.
Give me 1 second.
You said that there's a reason we had to draw this out, right?
You have to do
The
the
pen will
stables.
help you solve it.
Here we go. I know. I got it right here.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Should I look at this like a crossword puzzle?
How would you do that?
What do you mean?
Don't answer a question with a question.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I got it.
You change your perspective.
What's that?
You just changed the perspective of how you look at the stable.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You don't change your perspective of how you look at the stables. Change your perspective of how you look at 10 horses.
You mean you write 1, 2, 3 versus drawing them?
Change your perspective of how you look at 10 horses. Maury just turned his paper sideways. Not that kind of perspective.
Your thought perspective, not visual.
Yeah, change your perspective on how you look at 10 horses.
Okay, because right now, I'll tell you what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Just like
Okay.
10 horses standing up.
Right.
as you typically would.
Change your perspective on how you look at 10 horses.
So, Mocha, you have to think more outside the box.
How many different ways can you look at 10 horses?
Like front to back to front, laying down.
Yeah.
From the top.
How many different ways can you look at 10 horses? So again, there are 10 horses, but only 9 stables. How do you fit all the horses inside? You can't put 2 horses in the same stable. You can't make another stable, and you can't split a stable in half. How many?
Do you have the answer, Roz?
I do. I know it 100%. And I may not be right, but I solved something.
I think you have it, Roz.
And
That's
you
based
said
off how you're saying it.
And you said just now, Roz, that look at it like a crossword puzzle.
Yep. Change your perspective on how you look at 10 horses and look at this entire thing like a crossword puzzle. Maury?
I'm completely lost, but I'd love to show you how I drew 10 horses.
Let me see your 10 horses.
Are they in the 9 stables?
No, there's lines.
These look like a couple of them look like ducks, and then the rest look like turds.
Okay.
In no world is that a horse, Maury.
What, you have 2 legs?
No, you don't. Most of them don't.
No, I would say
Most of them don't.
majority of
legs.
horses have 4 legs.
Only when it's 4D.
Okay, can I tell you how I think I solved it, and then you, Michelle, can tell us if I'm right?
Of course.
Okay, so here we go, guys. Mocha and Maury, take your pen right now and put it inside stable number 1.
Okay.
Okay. That is number 1.
Yep.
And then number 2, and then number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
10th horsey goes where?
Okay. Now go back to stable number 1.
Yes.
Put the letter T.
T.
Then E in stable number 2, N in stable number 3, H in 4, O in 5, R in 6, S in 7, E in 8, and S in 9.
Michelle, I hate you right now.
Is that right?
It's a second grader brain teaser.
Is that
and
right?
It's so hard, but this is the fastest I've ever seen Roz. I'm super impressed.
Hang on a second here. I have a complaint.
Yes, go.
Because at one point I said something and everyone ignored me. When Roz said, look at it as a crossword puzzle, I said, do you write out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus drawing them? And no one answered me.
But you don't write
you
out
don't
1,
write
2,
out-
3,
You
4, 5,
don't
6,
write
7,
out
8,
the
9.
numbers. You need to write
It
out
has nothing to
10
do with the
as
numbers.
letters.
But I was on to something.
No,
and
you
I-
weren't.
No, you weren't.
No.
I think I was.
No, you weren't.
I'm
So
smart.
instead of looking at it as like
Look at 10
physical,
horses differently.
instead of like physical horses,
Look at it as the word.
as the word
Yes.
10 horses. The 2 words 10
Yes.
horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But I spent all this time drawing them.
I know, and your horses are beautiful.
So how long did it take for you to figure it out when your friend told you?
So my boyfriend and I, it took us like half an hour, and my parents, it took them about the same.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
not,
asked
it's
so
not
many
easy.
more questions.
It's not. It's
You know,
not
if,
easy.
if Roz didn't say anything, I'd be here all day.
It's really hard without asking questions. We asked
Yeah.
so many questions. It helped a lot.
That's
but
great.
the hints were literally to write everything down, think outside the box.
I'll tell you what really helps with me is that I live with a 9-year-old, and so these are questions I get every day.
Oh, right.
Right?
All them
Because there's
kid riddles.
always a brain teaser. There's
Yeah.
always some sort of kid riddle, and you realize that it's never the thing you think it is.
Wow,
It's
I like
always
that.
something else.
Wow, that's crazy. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm
That was
glad you guys liked it.
amazing. Yeah, it was fantastic. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
See ya.
I still don't like these riddles. I don't like the ones. I don't like the ones that aren't like it. They're just
They're
not
like super tricky?
No, yeah, it's just not. It's not a solvable thing. It's a trick as opposed to a riddle, right?
Let's continue. Ask Roz Mocha. We'll blast through some questions here. Katie asks, if you had to lose one of the 5 senses, what would it be? Also, can Maury name all 5 senses?
Oh, good one. Let's
So,
start there.
Before we answer, let's go to Damn It, Maury. 5 senses.
Sound, sight, hearing, tasting, sight.
No, you said
You said sight already.
Okay, sound, sight, hearing, smelling.
But wouldn't sound and hearing be the same thing?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, hearing, tasting, smelling, hearing.
You already said that. Write it down, man. Don't use your fingers.
Okay, hearing.
Yeah.
Taste.
Yeah.
Smell.
Yeah.
Sight.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4.
No, there's not. There's one more.
Hearing.
Yeah.
Tasting.
Yeah.
Smelling.
Yes.
What did I write? Tascott. Taste.
Yeah.
Hearing, taste, smell, sight.
Yes.
Touch.
Right.
There you go.
The HTSTST to HT.
Yeah. Here to the hizzo.
That's how
Okay.
they teach the kids in school, right?
Yeah. H to the hizzo. Okay. So if we had to lose one, which would you lose?
Oh,
Touch.
man.
But so
Really?
I was thinking about that.
Because then if you put your hand on the stove, won't matter.
But why would you want to put your hand on
But
the
what
stove?
do you really need touch for? You could still have your hands. There's just no sense, right? So you could still pick things up or whatever. But I don't want to lose the ability to enjoy a good meal or smell a good smell or see Roz.
True. Yeah, touch is a weird one because you would just lose your ability to feel, but that does not mean that you would not get hurt.
Yeah.
So you would burn yourself all the time.
Yeah, but imagine not being able, I mean, people have this where they can't do things like hearing and seeing.
You deaf people and blind people? Is that what you mean? You can say it.
And how horrible that is.
You are so concerned with being like politically incorrect or
Politically correct.
or insensitive that you can't even call a deaf person a deaf person? Like,
we have those in the world.
Yeah, we do. So I would say like touch is a very easy one to go with. But I'm starting to maybe not say touch. One, because you would just burn yourself all the time.
But can you imagine not being able to hear a good song again?
No,
Can you
I
imagine
can't.
not being able to see your girlfriend ever again?
This is a weird.
No. Okay, hold on here. So if we're going by the five senses, okay, then we have to separate taste and smell. So if I lose my sense of smell, I can then still taste.
Yes.
I'm 100% going with smell. 100%. If I can still taste things, I don't need to smell things.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Smell. Get rid of smell.
I couldn't lose touch.
No, man.
No. I would I would just miss too many, I don't know, just too many things. Like I like, when I get home from work, like picking up my son and like feeling like holding his hand
you can't
or
lose
like
touch. No, you can't.
But I don't want to lose
my
smell
wife,
because I have too many favorite smells that I can't imagine smelling anymore.
Oh, no, it smells gone.
Like when I lie on the couch and I cuddle up with the throw that smells like my husband. Like, can you imagine not being able to smell your husband?
No, okay, but so then taste.
No, I'm saying touch.
So you would lose the sense of touch.
Yeah, I'm going with touch.
Really?
Because I can't imagine not smelling. Can you imagine like that baby smell or husband smell?
How many babies are you smelling?
There's babies.
But Maury, I understand this. So you would say that you would rather smell Matthew than be able to feel Matthew?
Like my hand still works. I just won't be able to
No, it will be nothing. You will feel nothing.
I'm not losing my hands. Like I could still put my hand
but you don't
on
know.
him.
You
But
won't
he
know that
can-
sensation.
No, but he can enjoy my touch.
Right, but you won't know what anything feels like. Like you would lose your ability to sense anything. You won't know if something is hard. You won't know if something is soft. You won't know if something is hot. You won't know if something is cold. You won't know if something is wet. You won't know any of those things.
But I don't want to lose the smell of those things.
Wow. Okay. So Maury says the sense of touch. I say smell in a second.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with you and say smell as well.
Yeah.
Because that's a really good point where you may not be able to smell a good steak anymore, but you'll still be able
Taste
to
it.
enjoy the taste of a good
Sayonara
steak.
farts.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? So what? Maybe you don't know the house is on fire. Whatever.
But still, you can feel that heat.
Yeah, exactly. I can feel the heat. Feel the heat.
All right, Steven asks this question. Do you have anything that could be considered OCD? Like, for example, always walking on a specific side of someone when walking somewhere.
Oh, God, I can't even get into this. There's too many things.
I have one.
What's yours?
So anytime I fly, I always have to kiss my fist and touch both sides of the airplane. But the only problem is if there's a long lineup, I have to keep kissing my fist until I get to the front because the kiss wears off in my mind.
But what is it? What do you have on like in a Jewish household on the side of the door when you walk
mezuzah.
in? The mezuzah.
But that's not OCD.
No, but it's the same sort of thing. You kiss your
I
hand
don't
and
have
touch that when you go in.
But that you just do that. But this is like an airplane thing. I kiss my fist, touch either side of the door, and then walk in.
But what's the significance of a mezuzah?
It has to do with something along the lines
You don't know.
of...
You don't know.
No
You
idea.
don't know.
Just say you don't know, man.
I just know it has to do like Passover when they put blood on the doors and stuff, so there's a prayer in there.
Okay, but you don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay.
So you don't know.
Yeah, my list is way too long. I can't even get into that.
Can you give us like at least one?
Can I say one?
No. That's, Yeah, go ahead, Maureen.
Okay, I was just going to say Roz always has to walk on the right side of me.
No, I walk on. It's just, my whole life is that. It's
You have
just,
to walk on the right side.
No, it's no.
Sorry.
Some people
you have
it's
to be
different.
on the right side.
Some people it's different. Okay, let me put it this way. I am so repetitive in things that I do. There was up at ET Canada one day. They were doing a reno where they were painting the hallway.
Yeah.
So one of the parts of the hallway was purple, and they just every now and then redo the purple paint because when you're bringing equipment by and everything else, it gets all chipped up. And they were painting the wall purple, and it's the wall right at the corner of the studio. So right before I go into the studio, I pass this purple corner, and then you walk into the studio.
Yeah.
And the part they were painting was this part right along, it was about 3 feet off the ground, and it was just like a giant sort of line that went through the wall. And I watched them paint that. And then the next day, I go walking into studio, and I realized, I knew I did it, but I didn't realize that there were any sort of evidence that I did it. Because every single time I go to walk into the studio, when I pass that corner, I take my thumbnail and run it across the wall.
Okay.
And I had done it hundreds of times to the point of where there was no more paint left on the wall.
Oh, wow. And you didn't know that you did it?
No, I knew I did it, but I just don't think about it.
Oh, because it just comes natural.
It's a thing. Like I will always do it. And then if somebody's in that way, I will go a different way and then come back and run my thumb across the wall.
Really?
But that's just like one of 1,000 things that I do.
Yeah.
Right. So they were repainting because the next day I went by it and it was sort of like the paint had only been on there a day. And when I ran my finger across the wall, I took paint off.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And I realized that it's literally like hundreds and hundreds of times, because sometimes I go in the studio 5-6 times a day. Right? Like it's not just like a daily thing. It's every single time I walk by that wall, I take my thumbnail and I run across the same portion of the wall. And it got to the point of where it was so damaged that they repainted.
OCD. I think like when I shovel the driveway in the wintertime, if there's any snow left that's like kind of caked on, I will always take an ice scraper and scrape it off because I like a super clean driveway.
Sure.
Or in the spring/summer when I mow the lawn, I can't mow one day the front yard and then the next day the backyard, or vice versa. Like it has to be done in the same day at the same time.
Yeah.
And I would like for all the grass to pretty much be even.
Right.
And if it's not aesthetically pleasing, or like if I see that it's off a little bit, I will then go and take like scissors, like grass scissors, and go and clip those 2 or 3 little spots to make sure that everything is nice and even.
But so here's my thing is that when it comes to OCD things, right? So you may be like a lover of aesthetics. You like your lawn to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because the difference is like the difference is this, and this is what I'll ask you, right? Is that if you don't do that, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh, nothing.
Okay,
It'll just grow.
Yeah. See, for me, when I do things, if I don't get a chance to do it, if something bad happens later, I will blame it on the fact that I didn't get a chance to do it.
Like if I don't kiss the plane door, I'm worried something will happen to the airplane.
Oh,
right? Like
I get it.
If I eat with a fork, I won't enjoy if I eat with a fork, right?
Yeah.
I'll have my fork like this, and then I take this knuckle and I always go like this, and I touch the top and the bottom of my nose.
Really?
Yeah, before a bite.
Is it OCD? Because at our home, I will not flip the calendar to the next month when it's the end of the month. Matthew has to do it.
No,
that sounds
to
like
me.
routine.
I feel that. I feel if I flip it, it's bad luck. So I leave it purposely so that Matthew flips it because that's how it's always been. And if I flip the month, I feel it's bad luck.
Maintaining things that have always been there is a part of it. Like, have you ever seen a doctor about it? About any of this stuff?
No, have you?
No. Yeah, of course I have.
No, I haven't.
So it's a really interesting thing though when you start going through
OCD.
when you start going through those things.
Like a daily, before I leave the house, I have to flick the light switch 3 times. I don't have like one of those.
Right.
Because like OCD, it's obsessive compulsive. Like you're obsessed to compulse.
Thank you, Maury.
Like I know somebody who has to, no matter what, always sanitize their hands.
But that's just because they don't want to get dirty.
Every single time. No, but it's
Yeah,
like...
no, that's a big OCD one. But it's interesting that the sort of deeper you get into them, because nothing is a problem until it's a problem, where, it's when you prevent yourself from doing things or enjoying certain things because of an obsessive compulsive aspect of your life, where you won't do something because you're obsessed with routine or patterns or whatever it is, and it can become a problem, and it has become a problem. But yeah, no. So there's a million things, but it's for some people it's really no joke, like, at all.
Okay, well, answer this one last question that we have here.
Yeah,
from B. What is something you silently judge people on?
Oh, something?
Multiple things?
Everything.
Okay.
I silently judge people on. Everything.
Really?
Yes.
See, this is a tough one. What do I judge people on? I don't know.
I judge people by the way they use a napkin.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wow.
I judge people by the way they cut food. I judge people by the way they walk.
Really?
I judge people by how much space that they will leave between them and the person in front of them. I judge people for everything.
Really?
Yeah. I judge people when they get to a counter at the grocery store and they're not ready. I judge, like I'm very judgmental.
So the answer is yes to judge you much?
Yeah. No, I judge.
Maury?
But it's not like I hold anything against them.
No,
but
for sure.
I'm always very judgmental.
Oh my God. I mean, that's part of just who I am. I'm the same. I could list a million things, but it's just like, I judge people on the way they laugh. I judge people like if they don't cover if they sneeze and don't.
But when you say you judge them, though, what does that change? Like, if you see somebody and they don't cover their mouth when they sneeze, what does that mean to you?
They're like, the next time I see them, whatever, I'm just always going to have that image in my head.
Like they're dirty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Like, I was at a play last night and the guy behind me had this obnoxious laugh. So like, I kept looking at him. I'd look back at him every time he laughed.
God.
I would just look.
Right. Yeah.
Like I judge people on what they wear. Like I'm very
You?
Like yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I'll be like, my husband and I are the two old men in the balcony on Sesame Street or whatever it is, because we'll constantly be at the walking or the beach going, oh my God, who would wear such a thing? Or really?
I don't think that's judgy so much as like just being right? No, but you know what I mean? Like,
but that's judgy.
Yeah, no, I know.
How are you not an a-hole if you're judging somebody if they're not ready at the cash desk?
No, because I judge people for sort of like things that we should all do to make society work smoothly together, right?
Oh,
like,
I got one.
I think that I
don't
don't
judge somebody if they push the handicap button in my building. I'm
Oh
constantly.
no, yeah, you should never do that. You should never do that.
Oh, to open the door?
No, never.
When you
never.
have two hands.
Yeah, no. I like that's what I'm saying is that when I judge people is because us as like as humans in a society, in a town, in a village, we all need to do our part. So when I see somebody who I think is floating on the efforts of everyone else, or it's your turn to be prepared and you're not, that's how I judge you. I don't care what somebody wears.
I will say,
but it still falls under judging.
I think I judge people based on how they park in a parking lot.
Sure.
Right? Like if you are too close to the line.
Yeah.
Or if you are parked on an angle.
Yeah.
Or if you are one of those douchebags that park across two spaces.
Yeah.
You park diagonal.
Yes.
I judge people based on
I judged the lady that parks next to me in my building. She parked too close to the line. I hit her car on purpose.
Right. Wow.
You damage your own car?
Well, to make a point?
Yeah. It's like, well, you're going to park too close,
So,
ding.
so you opened your car door into her car, and so you hurt your car out of spite? Like,
I guess so.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
How about the people who go to the floor 2 when they're on floor 1? They
no,
wait for the
how
elevator.
about people who opened their own car door to hit somebody else's car to make a point that they parked too
Can
close?
I just real quick go back to what you just said, Maury?
Yeah.
What floor is this radio station on?
2.
Okay, when you are on the main level
Yeah.
of this building to get up here.
I take the stairs right there. But if I'm in the parking garage, I'll take the elevator.
Mm-hmm. So every week,
judgy.
ask Roz Mocha on Instagram at Kiss925. Feel free to ask your questions, and we'll try our best to get through as many as we can. And as always, invite one of you to ask your question live. Thank you very much for listening to the Roz Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com
or on the Kiss 92.5 app.